Hello and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. It is match day and this is Match Day Live. As always, I'm joined by my good friend Anil. Mate, how are you today?
It's match day, huge game, got to be excited. So I am pumped.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. We're going to be joined, I think, by Luke and Neil shortly as well. People in the chat want to see comments start flying in. Let me know what you think to today's game. The lineup, more importantly, let's talk about the lineup. First off, Costa's nice and early. He says, I've just seen lineup and I think there will be a lot of goals in it. If Vardy is on it, we will win 4-2 and Vardy will score 2 of them. And Zaid is here as well. Hello to you, Zaid. Anil, let's get straight into it, mate. No beating around the bush. The lineup has surprised us big time. Talk to me on this lineup, mate.
It's like the Danish national team lineup. You've got Mads Hermansen, you've got Vestergaard. That was speculated that he might play, but I mean, we thought he'd fallen out with Cooper. And you've got Victor Christensen in the team. Okoli's been dropped, Justin's been dropped, and Ricardo keeps his place. Madness. Oh, and Fatamu's playing as well. You take it over, because honestly, I saw that and my head just blew up. It's like, what? Never in a million years. I quite like it. It's quite saucy. I'm not going to lie.
Mate, I agree. It is saucy, and I would argue it is the strongest 11 of the season. I think this is the strongest 11 personally. I think, like the show yesterday, the lineup predict show, it's hard to kind of pick between Vestergaard and Okoli, for example, just because we've seen Vestergaard in the Championship do well. In the Premier League, it didn't start so great. Obviously, he came out of the team. Okoli came in. Okoli was good, and now recently he's made some mistakes and he's come out. So I do think this is the strongest 11, and I think it's the 11 that we have asked for, really. Majority of us as fans.
Christensen over Justin?
Well, yeah, maybe not. But I mean, Manny, for example,
yeah,
he wanted it, didn't he? Because he wants those diags, right, off the left foot of Victor. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We are now joined as well by Mr. Leicester City Down Under, Luke. How you doing, mate?
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Awesome stuff. Right off the bat, mate, putting you under pressure. What do you make to the starting 11?
To be honest with you, mate, I've got no complaints whatsoever. I quite like this 11. I think it kind of gives it a little bit of leeway to Cooper, depending on the results that are to come. But Fatawu, I thought might not have been in. Going by what Anil was saying, on paper, I would go JJ over Victor Christensen. But judged off recent performances, I think that if someone were to be dropped between Okoli and JJ, unfortunately, I think for JJ's own sake, he needed to be dropped.
Absolutely.
I would actually argue the same with Okoli after midweek as well. I think that, put it this way, like Lux, you said, is it our strongest 11? I'm not sure it is, but I think you could make our argument that it's our most informed 11, if that makes sense. El Canoes may be knocking on the door, but I don't think he quite gets in front of the others. So on that behalf, I agree with exactly what Luke just said there. I think, yeah, Justin, I think having 1 or 2 games out of the team, I think would help him, to be honest with you. And I think you could say the same about Okoli. So that's why I think it is a good lineup. But I mean, that could all come crashing back down 5 minutes into the game. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, let's look at some of the comments. Please, people, start getting your comments and keep getting them in. Zaid says Cooper doing a Mourinho. What does he mean by that? What do you mean by that, Zaid? CR7 says, sad El Canoes isn't starting for me. El Canoes would be the best starting 11. CR7 edits is from Morocco. So greetings, mate. Thank you for joining the stream. Much appreciated. You've shown a lot of support on the channel like everyone else, so I appreciate it. Maybe El Canoes will make a cameo appearance today. Who knows?
I think to be fair on him, he is now really knocking on the door, because he was pretty good against Manchester United, and that's the best that we could ask. But I don't think it's bad the way that he's been kind of like geared up to get ready. And I think there was a rumor that Fatawu wasn't going to play. I think if Fatawu hadn't have played, maybe he would actually have come into the first team. So I think it's almost a shoo-in that he's coming into the team. He's feeling his way there, and I don't think that's necessarily a problem, because, he showed glimpses in every game, but we need to see instead of glimpses in the full 90 minutes. So I know what he's saying there, but I think he's actually being handled in the correct way, in my opinion.
Absolutely, mate. Brian says Enzo Ball then. Surprised? Maybe. We'll talk about that more. We will talk about that.
Yeah.
I say talk about it or speculate. We'll maybe speculate. Let's speculate. Chester says, hello, guys. Getting very nervous. He also says, I like the starting team, cannot complain. He's taken a Coley out of the firing line. Absolutely. Zaid also says, saying Fatawu is injured, and then boom, he starts when he said that Cooper's doing a Mourinho. A couple more comments for now. Andreas says, hi guys, lineup looks good. Shame about the manager. Stu says, good day all. Come on, Leicester 3-1. I'm feeling it. And Shop Don says, hey, bro, good to be back. Still fuming about the Man United game. There we go. Right. We have another guest joining us, of course, so we can get some fresh analysis, if you like, on the team or reaction. Neil, how are you doing, mate? What do you make to the lineup that we've just seen?
It's bold. He's going for it. And fair enough. You know, I wasn't expecting him to go that hard and that strong. I think overall, happy with the team. For me, looking at the way that we performed against Forest, for me, it's not how we start, it's how we finish the game. Against, looks at the likes of Ipswich, when we played them twice last season, they scored like last-minute goals or towards the end where they started to come into the game. And also the way that we played against Forest, we had a brilliant first half, and then it kind of fell off a cliff quite substantially. I want to see how the team kind of progresses, especially in the second half, and learns from that. But I'm happy with it. I'm interested to see what the back three does, because Christensen in a back three is not something we've seen before.
Yeah. Luke, I'm going to go around the houses here. So I'll start with you, Luke. I mean, with the lineup, it does open up the speculation about Enzo Ball. What do you think? How do you think we're going to set up today? Are we going to see Ricardo inverted and Christensen as a left centre back, or are we going to go for more of what we saw early on in the season? What do you think?
I'm in two minds, to be honest with you. That starting 11, I could see it going either way. But to be honest with you, I think now that Fatah is playing the right and Buenot is in the middle and Bilal's not starting, it indicates to me that it's actually going to be a back four, but I could be wrong.
Anil, what do you think, mate, on the whole speculation? Enzo Ball or Cooper Ball?
When you play Vestergaard in the back, I kind of feel like you have to have three centre-backs. So I am actually expecting Ricardo to invert. But we have said many times that this manager, we have some reservations about him. So equally, it wouldn't surprise me if what Luke's just says been true. It'll be the same as last game, where the first when we played Forest, we literally told everyone in chat, first 2 minutes, look at your display and look at where Ricardo's standing. If he's standing next to Winks, he's inverting. If he's not, he's playing at the back. So let's see what happens. But you and I were just talking off air, and we were saying how Ipswich, I think one of their worst performances of the season actually happened at home, and it was against Everton. And all Everton did is they just played a bog standard 4-2-3-1, sat back and countered them. And if you watch that match, was really surprising is that Ipswich barely laid a glove on them. So to be fair, if you were to look at their previous games and think, what's the way you beat this team? That's one way to beat them. And doesn't really, because let's be honest, right? You obviously want to see the team play great football, but this match is so huge that it's like the Southampton one. It doesn't really matter how you get there, right? It's just get there if you can.
Yeah, I agree. I'll come to you, Neil, now and ask pretty much the same question, mate. I mean, how do you expect us to set up today? Are you expecting a bit of Enzo Ball, or what are you thinking?
I mean, I hear what Anil was saying. It makes sense. However, when we tried to do that against Southampton, we got battered. So I don't think the team's set up to really play that way, or they don't quite believe in. There is a time to play the kind of 4-2-3-1 and the defensive style, but I just don't think it's going to work. If we're going to play that, I think the formation we play is a 4-3-3. You have three midfielders sitting in. You got Skip, you got Winks, and then you've got Ndidi, and then you play then the three up front. I want to see us actually go for it. And yes, that is a way of beating them. And I'm trying to think of another team that battered them last season. Remember Leeds? They kind of played a high press and they smashed them 4-0. And I think I believe that was the first time they lost in the season. But they played a high press. They won the ball back, and then they capitalized on them losing the ball in high positions because they're playing such a high ball, like three at the back. They overloaded them. So that could be an option that we're going to do, and it could work, but we've got to get the goals early. But as I was saying before, again, it depends. It doesn't really matter on the formation, the tactics wise. Again, it's getting the 3 points, and it's like just another thing we just have to kind of make sure that Ipswich stay down there so that we don't basically, that we stay further up the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Luke, Richard Barker says, I think it's a Cooper formation, but it'll be interesting how it settles when it starts. Vesti can be exposed in a 2 and is more suited to a 3. I mean, we've spoken a lot on this channel, especially Luke, about Vestergaard. We have a we had a conspiracy that, you know, he'd fallen out with Cooper because he was injured, and then he went to Denmark and wasn't injured, and then he came back and he was injured again. Now he's fit and now he's in the team. I mean, do you think we were just overthinking it? Did we have our tin hats on, or what do you think?
Yeah, with the fact that he's in the team and he's featured and he's been like slowly reintegrated into the team, yeah, definitely. I think that we could have been probably maybe buying into a conspiracy. I agree with everything that Neil said before about playing the back three. I'd much prefer to see that, especially if Ricardo inverting. I think the reason why I'm kind of leaning towards more of a Cooper system is because he really depends on whoever's in that right back position to be pushing up as almost being a right winger and a right back. Hence why I think we've been kind of JJ's been left hung out to dry, but I think the fact that we've got Victor Christensen playing, he's only going to be playing on the left, and we've got Ricardo in. I just think JJ's been dropped.
Yeah, I think we've been raided by Just Joe, unfortunately. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, everybody is saying up the Tractor Boys, so thank you. Leicester
why
fans
do
in
they
the
the
chat.
Tractor Boys so much? I mean, they also went up in Leeds' demise last year.
It's what you call tin pot, isn't it? You know what I mean? You've got to do that. So no, I hope you're doing well, Joe, mate, and everyone from Joe's stream as well. Leicester fans in the chat. Don't worry, the chat will settle back down, so don't worry too much. Just give it a few minutes. Costa, no, not Costa. Costa says give Vestergaard a pair of skates. Sorted. Look, lads, let's talk about the game and expectations now, because, you know, I think where we are now, I mean, it's out the bottom 3. If the season ended right now, we'd be happy with where we finished. We'd survive. But my question to all of you, and I'll come to you first, Anil, you know, what are your expectations? Are you happy with a draw? Are you happy maybe with a draw where we've put in a really good performance and just maybe got a bit unlucky? Or are you non-negotiable? It has to be 3 points no matter what.
I'd probably take a draw, to be honest with you, if it was offered right now. Obviously, you'd really want the win, but I just think it would maintain quite a big gap of 5 points, which would be pretty decent. But at the same time, it's one of those, you've got to win games in the Premier League. You know, don't know how to do it. But I think a loss is disastrous. A draw is not disastrous. So I would take it.
Yeah. Neil, what are you thinking, mate? And what is the minimum for you for today?
I mean, yeah, I think a win. If we lose, it's not the end of the world, but again, it's not a good. Luke's gone. It's not a good position. Draw would be okay. Win would be preferable, and I think this is for the teams that are quite tough. I think that there's definitely going to be the case where, yeah, I'm really hoping that we get the win. I think it'll be hopefully a 2-1.
2-1. Luke, expectations, you know, I mean, I joked around earlier saying that, you know, if we don't win, Luke at full time will be, you know, impersonating Claude from AFTV and saying, it's time to go. But I mean, I can't imagine what you'd be like if we lost. But honestly, though, just while you're calm right now, what are your expectations for this one?
I would like to say I'll take a draw, but to be honest with you, I think it needs to be win. I think taking into consideration the run of games we have coming up after this one, we kind of need that credit in the bank, because, you know, I think United, Chelsea, probably need the new manager bounce. United, we just lost to them anyway. Even with Van Persie, Chelsea, I'm not expecting a result, and then we've got Brentford who've been playing very decent, even with losing Ivan Toney. So I think that we need a win. 3 points today.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at some of the comments that aren't up the Tractor Boys.
To be fair, maybe we should bring up the Tractor Boys team if you got it.
A lineup. Yeah.
I haven't got it to hand. I can get it there. Just give me a second.
I'll
Start talking about it now, mate. Yeah, start talking about it now. What are your thoughts on that one? Because they've been hit with injuries recently. They have. I mean, I spoke with the Ipswich fan the other day, and you know, he wasn't overly confident. He still backs his team, of course, but you know, they've still got some great players in there. Amari Hutchinson, quality. Ben Johnson, Leif Davis, Chaplin, Smodics, Delap. It's still a decent team.
It's stronger than last week, is what I'm saying. So last week they had a few injuries, and Delap and Hutchinson didn't start. Neither did Morsey. So they were losing really like the bulk of their team. So yeah, this time they've got Delap, Schmodics keeps his place, Amari Hutchinson is in. You got a Sam Morsey, Calvin Phillips. So I think they're still weak at the back, though. That's definitely where we've got a target. Like they're definitely missing a lot of their. I think a lot of these players played last season in the Championship. Some of them even in League One, and their keeper looks a bit ropey. So I do hope that we are willing to have a few shots on target early on, see if we can cause them some problems. Yeah, that's interesting because that lineup implies that Hutchinson isn't going to be playing in the middle where Chaplin is, because actually the way that they've been lining up this season, Amari Hutchinson's actually been playing in the middle. So let's see if that is or isn't the case.
Well, thanks for bringing it up, by the way, Neil. But yeah, what do you make to the Ipswich team? Because I mean, we're joking around with all these Leeds fans in the chat. I mean, look, their best player at the time, Phillips. Well, maybe Rafinha, but you had Phillips as well. He left. He couldn't do a thing at Man City. He couldn't do a thing at West Ham. And now he's at Ipswich, and he's not really doing much there either. So, what do you make of the team, especially the midfield?
Well, the thing is, this isn't the formation they're going to... This is kind of maybe out of possession formation. But Leif Davis, basically, there's a wing back, and then there is a whatever Leif Davis is. Because basically, most of the time, he's been playing from forward. So again, these formations, in my opinion... What happens is that Leif Davis actually comes up and then joins. So you've got the 3-2-4-1 from what I've seen and from last season, and he's been joining in with the attack, which means there is space going to be left in. But yeah, the attack is strong. Our defense for us, it's kind of the same as us. Our defense, I would say, is weaker. Their defense is weaker, but so is ours out of the structure of the team. But we can really get at them. I agree with you, Anil, on Muric as well. I think he's been, I wouldn't say he's caught lacking. I say there's definitely a mistake in him. So if we can start peppering the goals with shots and opportunities, kind of like Meslier, eventually one of them will go in because he's a good keeper, but at the same time, there is still problems with him and he still can drop a clanger. So with this, it's going to be, I think for a neutral, it'll be a great game. But I'm hoping that defensively, Christensen and Vestergaard, especially with their kind of Danish connection that played together before, can keep that team out. And their team is great, like Schmodics, Delap, Hutchinson. I don't really know too much about Chaplin, but good players. But we should, if our players turn up, we should be able to cope with them.
Yeah, I've just realised as well. This makes so much sense now why Ipswich are in the bottom three, because as Michael's pointed out, they have 3 ex-Leeds players, so that makes perfect sense now. Luke, who stands out for you in that Ipswich team? I mean, we know a lot about Sammy Smodics. He's top goal scorer last season in the Championship and scored against us as well, obviously on the last day. Who stands out?
I think Schmodics is still just bedding into their team. They've got a lot of new signings, just still trying to gel at that side. But I definitely think that the way Delap's perform definitely.
Yeah, I think we lost you there a sec, Luke, mate. Cut out the connection. Unfortunately, he's gone. I didn't kick him. He left. He left by himself on his own accord. Right, Arthur is here, who is a member of the channel. Thank you, Arthur. Come on, you Foxes. Ipswich are the Championship QPR. Somebody says Dallas Foxes. Craig from Dallas Foxes says, love this lineup. Cooper in. If we lose, comment back later, Craig, and we'll see if your opinion is still the same. Last thing I want to talk about before we get obviously the game started. I mean, whilst we're talking about Ipswich, this guy is a danger man, isn't he, Anil? He scored 5 goals this season. I didn't rate him at the start of the season. People said about Delap being, it's a good signing for them. I was like, oh, well, he was at Hull. He scored a lucky deflected goal against us last season. But he started the season well, hasn't he?
He looks brilliant. Yeah, I mean, last season, he really flattered to deceive, I thought, especially given he come from the Man City Academy. But amazing return for them. I mean, I think they've even said, a lot of the Ipswich fans, that without him, I didn't think they'd have any points whatsoever. Like, he's had many games where he's just scored out of completely and utterly nowhere. And I think that's the thing that we've got to watch out for, because both times we played Ipswich last season, it felt like were sort of hammering them at times, and then they quite often could just pull something out of the bag from nowhere, and he's definitely got that about him. So we're gonna have to watch him. Interesting that we've gone Vestergaard against him, not Okoli, but we'll see. Because you remember last season he got his goal because he peeled up and he was playing on the shoulder of Callum Doyle. So let's see if he's going to try and do that again. Will he go against Christensen? Don't know.
And two players he's played the most this season has been Okoli. I say two of his favourites, Okoli and Justin. Both of them aren't featuring in today's side, and I'm pretty much sure they've featured in every Premier League game so far.
Yeah, I think they have. But finally, to end it, I mean, I know I've had score predictions off you and Neil, for example, this week, but let's get them. People in the chat, start getting your score predictions in now. Neil, what are you saying, mate? Now that you've seen both teams, what's your prediction?
2-1 to Leicester. No, it's relatively conservative, but I think we'll get the win in this one.
2-1 to Leicester. Neil's going with. And Anil, what are you saying?
2-2, sadly. That's what I'd go for.
Why? Why, man? Why? No, I'm joking. I went 2-1 on yesterday, so I'm going to stick with that. So there we go. Right, lads, thank you so much. Hopefully see you both at halftime. Feel free to just click back in and come and give your halftime thoughts. Cheers, mate. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Anil. There we go. Thank you to those guys. There will, of course, be a live redirect on at the very end of the show, which will redirect you over to the instant match reaction, which I'm assuming will be Anil, Neil, and Luke. So stick around for that, please, at the end. But we've got 90 minutes of football to watch before then. Score predictions are flying and keep getting them in, please. That would be great. And we will bring them up on screen in just a second. Just as the players are out now onto the pitch, the broadcast, if you like, is showing the lineups. And again, I will get it up on screen one more time here. So Hermanson in goal. The back four, it looks like, but we'll see, is Ricardo, Vestergaard, Faze, and Christensen. Winks and Didi and Buonanotte in the midfield. Fatawu and Mavididi out wide. And Mr. Jamie Vardy up front, as we all expected. Right, score predictions are going to come on screen right now. Starting with Ronix, 2-0 to the City. Chester Leicester says going for a 2-2 today. I'm happy with that, although back 2-1. Clibo said easy game and says 2-1 Leicester. Costa says 4-2 City with Vardy scoring 2. Stu says long live King Cooper. Ray says 2-1. And Psychedelic Peter says 3-0 to Leicester. I could see it, mate. I normally mock your crazy predictions, but I'm not going to do it today, Peter. I could see it happening, but we will see. We will see. I really like the all white kits, Ray says as well. Yeah, they are quite nice, actually, mate. I agree with you. Sorry, guys, I've missed another minute silent, so I do apologize about that. I did that last time as well, so I'm sorry. I'm waiting for that 1 minute in Delap goal notification. Would it surprise you? It wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. But yeah, there is the lineup again, just in case anybody wants to see it. There it is on screen. And yeah, here we go. I've missed a minute silence, so apologies for that. I'm sorry, but it happened. When was it? Which one did I miss? I think it might have been the Vishai one I missed, of the applause or minute silence, whichever one it was. It's difficult when I haven't got the audio on. Also, what I will say is happy Diwali to the people, anyone who's watching who celebrates Diwali. I know it was Diwali the other day, so happy Diwali to you guys. And yeah, here we go. I'm looking forward to this match. I really am. It's going to be a good one, I think, and hopefully we can get the W, the win. That would be great. Okay, right. Let's have a little play around here. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that. Okay. The minute is over. The minute silence is over. The fans, the players applaud. The staff applaud. Steve Cooper is watching, of course, from the stand. Chester Leicester says Diwali is amazing in Leicester. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Lots of celebrations, lots of fireworks as well. Kieran McEnroy is on the touchline. His counterpart, Steve Cooper, is not. If anybody wasn't sure why, it's because of his yellow card against Man United. That's 3 now in the league, in the season. Sorry, so that's why he's not there today. What I will as well do during the game is bring up all the scores around the houses. In all the other games, of course, Newcastle and Arsenal have played already at 12:30, and that did finish Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0, which makes the Premier League table at the top look even more interesting now, actually. What is it now? That is, let's have a look, standings. Arsenal are 6 points off Man City, and Man City are going to play now. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get the clock ready. The game is just about to start. Any second now, the game is going to start. Harry Winks to kick off again in all white. And there we go. We are underway. We are underway in this game. Absolutely. Let's get into it, lads. Come on. Get the dub. Get the dub. I'm shitting my pants before it even started. Yeah. It's understandable, mate. It really is. Yeah, I'm look, I'm excited for the game. Of course I am. I always am, but you just never know what can happen. I really like the all-white kits. Yeah, there's already a break in play. It's gone out for a throw in here now. Hello, what's good? Happy Leicester Scum. Interesting name there for a Leicester fan. Don't think Ricky P is inverting. And Neil says that is oh, bloody hell. The keeper was off his line. The Ipswich keeper, Muric, and Leicester. Sorry, not Hermanson. Sorry, the Leicester goalkeeper was off his line, and we played a back pass, and it nearly bloody went past him. Well, it did go past him, just not enough power on it to cause any trouble. Stu says, "Come on, Leicester. If we lose this, I'm joining the Cooper out camp." Interesting. Well, look, mate, we've got 90 minutes of football here. 90 minutes of football. Obviously, we have the back three now of Wout Faes, Vestergaard, and Victor Christiansen. Where is Ricardo? Is he just playing higher up the pitch? We will see as the game goes on, of course. Yeah, he has inverted. He's inverted. He has inverted. Anil, he's inverted, mate. What are you talking about? Oh, he's wiped out there, Ricky P. What the hell is that? Is that a foul? It's got to be a foul. It was so unnecessary. So unnecessary there. That was Smodix on Ricardo. Yeah, he is Anil. I just said this, mate. Come on. He's inverting. So, yeah, we are going with the Cooper ball. Oh, sorry. No, the Enzo ball, should I say. Yannick Vestergaard goes long to try and find Abdul Fatawu on the right. It is cleared by Leif Davis, who is a very good fullback. Very good fullback. 2 minutes in already. 2 minutes into the game. Christiansen into Mavididi. Mavididi's under pressure from Johnson, the right back. Morning Locks, UK time change, mess me up. It's all right, mate. You're here now and you've not missed any goals. That's the main thing, mate. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. Wout Faes finds Ricky P in a little pocket here. Buonanotte, back to Ricky P. Ricky P under pressure. They are pressing us quite well here early on, Ipswich. Ricky plays the ball forward to Wilfred Ndidi, who finds the through ball. Jamie Vardy's already into the penalty area. Jamie Vardy, he tries to scare it. Mavididi, oh! Mavididi's fluffed it. He's fluffed it. Great play there by Leicester. Wilfred Ndidi getting a lovely ball through to Jamie Vardy. Leicester were in already. Vardy made a bit of hash of it initially, trying to square it across to Mavididi. It wasn't the greatest of passes, and then Mavididi just completely scoffed the shot. Is that going to be a foul? No, it's not. The referee gives it to Leicester. Fatawu's getting forward here. He finds Wilfred Ndidi. Strong start from Leicester. Energetic. Mavididi now on the left-hand side up against Johnson, the right back. Step over. Looking for a run. He cuts inside. He finds Fatawu on the other side instead. Fatawu's under a bit of pressure. He might lose it. He plays it back to Ricardo. He puts the ball into the box. It's cleared. Gilt edge opportunity that absolutely no. Chester Leicester says, I just stood up. Yeah, it was a close one. It was a close one. Disappointing not to score. 3 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes on the clock. Well, 3.5. Lee Chappie is here, mate. Hello to you, Lee Chappie. Hope you are doing well. Good start for Leicester City already, mate. Good start for Leicester City. Are you live, Lee? You're not live. What a shame, man. What a shame. I hope you're doing well. Stu says tense. Yeah, absolutely. We should be 1-0 up. We should be 1-0 up. It's a shame we're not. It's a shame we're not. Fast goes long now. Looking for Mavididi. It's put out for a throw-in. Christensen on the left. He beats Amari Hutchinson. It's going to go out. What? Christensen let the ball go out for a corner, and it's not even a corner. So he just let the ball go out. Bad decision there, it seems. Fatawi from outside the box just kills it top left. Trust me, it will happen. We'll see. We'll see, mate. Come on, Leicester. Elo says. Hello to you, mate. Hello to you, Elo. Come on, Leicester. Oh dear. It feels like the games are coming thick and fast now, doesn't it? I mean, I know it's not. It was only a cup game in the week, but we are here already with another one, another Matchday live. Thank you to all of you who are joining me in this stream for it. I love you all. Thank you so much. Buonanotte is going to try and switch the play to Mavididi. He does. Just a little bit too heavy there. It goes out, unfortunately. Goes out. Vestergaard making a huge difference. I agree, mate, because now he and Fass have that capability of just being able to fucking hit it long, smash their foot through it. They're both able to do that. I'm not saying Okoli can't, but these guys are good at it. So these guys are very good at it. Cooper will be happy. He's there watching on a laptop with some AirPods in. I'm sure he's speaking down to, I'm guessing it's Alan Tate, who sounds like somebody from Emmerdale, doesn't it? Emmerdale Farm, but yeah. Any scores around the doors? No scores on the doors. Nothing just yet. Nothing just yet. Still Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0 from earlier on today. That has finished. But yeah, guys, just to let you all know, if you want to hit the like button on the video, that'll be much appreciated. It'd be very kind of you. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, please. And that will, that will let you comment then in the chat. If you can't, it's because you're not subscribed. So hit subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost a thing. Doesn't cost a thing. Vestergaard is obviously the centre of the three at the back. Chester says, was a great goal by Newcastle, by the way. What a cross. Yeah, 100%. Right, here is Wilfred Ndidi. He's got Mavididi to his left. It was a bit of a poor pass there. Easy for Ben Johnson to cut out, and it goes out for a Leicester City throw-in. Leicester City throw-in. Vestergaard is making a huge difference. So I do agree with what Anil has said there, if I'm honest with you. We've gone back to Wout Phase. By the way, guys, if you are a member of the channel, you can put your custom emojis in there. We've got a Vardy one, a Ricky one, a Rudkin out one, 5,000 to 1, Vish I Had a Dream, all of that. And if you're not a member and you want to become one, just hit the join button that is under the video if you're watching on a desktop. Steffi Mavididi now, he's into the middle. He finds Abdul Fatawi. He's got a few options on. He's going to shoot instead. He does! Good save by the keeper, Muric. There we go. Look, somebody called it. There it is. Happy Leicester scum. Fatawi from outside the box kills it top left. He's just tried it, and it has been saved. Has been saved. Hi, Locks, Paul says. Good, jolly good show, my fellow. Hello to you, Paul, mate. Hope you are doing well. Rudkin out. Yeah, there is an emoji, Rudkin out. There is. Ronix says it's 1-0 to Bournemouth against Man City. It is indeed. Thank you for that, Ronix. Harry Winks to take the corner for Leicester. What can we do with this? What can we do with this? Yannick's in there. Vardy's in there. Fast is in there. Wilfred Ndidi is in there. Can somebody make the difference and score from this corner? Vardy and Vestergaard are having a little whisper with each other. They've got something planned, I think. It is 1-0 Bournemouth, though. The ball comes in. It's an easily dealt with by Muric. How are you able to watch the game, mate? No, there's ways. Mavididi under a bit of pressure. He finds Winks. Leicester just reset and go back to Hermanson. Well played there. Well played. The Tractor Boys are stuck in the Mud City, passing through them at will. Good start, Locks. Absolutely, mate. Top bins. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hermanson with it now. Yannick's under pressure. Yannick's messed up. He's given it away to Amari. Amari's into the penalty area. Ball across. Headed by Sammy Smodics over the bar. Let off there for Leicester. Rustiness, maybe you could call it, from Yannick Vestergaard. Really not good enough. That is a big mistake. It was Hermanson's pass that put him under pressure initially, but he should have still dealt with it, and he gave it straight to Hutchinson. Smodics header over the bar. Close, close. You cannot tell the Facebook police will be after you. Cannot tell all the Facebook police will be after you. This isn't on Facebook, but yeah, the YouTube police will be after me as well. Hutchinson. Nice little play from him. He finds Sam Morsey in the midfield. Sammy Smodic still with it. Back to Morsey. Calvin Phillips. He's going to go out wide to Jack Clark, I believe. He does. Not Jack Clark. Is it Jack Clark? Is Jack Clark playing? It's Jack Clark or Leif Davis. I can't tell which one. Ball in from Ipswich. Going wide. Murray Hutchinson. Let me get the lineups up at least. It's not. Yeah, it's Connor Chaplin. Not Connor Chaplin. It was Leif Davis. It was Leif Davis. Chaplin with it now in a nice little tight space as well. Sam Morsey finds Chaplin again. Chaplin's running in. His guy shoots just wide. Ipswich back into the game a little bit. Growing into it. Doing quite well. Doing quite well. Not good enough now for Leicester at the moment. In the last kind of couple minutes or so. We need to improve. We need to keep concentrated. A couple mistakes already that have led to close moments, if you like. Yeah, that was too close for comfort. That was too close for comfort. Please, guys, by the way, keep getting your comments in throughout the whole stream and let me know what you make to the game as it goes on. This is nothing without you guys. Ipswich with a chance. Liam Delap. Indeed, he tries to tackle him. He doesn't. Delap's into the box. I thought there was a foul there. Delap's not really asking for it. He's not asking for it. So it's not going to be a penalty or anything. He picks the ball up nicely. Nice little touches into the area. Vestergaard. I thought Vestergaard might have tripped him. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Liam Delap. They're causing us problems now already, by the way, Ipswich. They're causing us trouble. Delap and Wout Faze have had a coming together here. Fast not happy. Fast squaring up to Delap. And now the referee's having a word with them. What is going on? Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. Cheese and bacon turnover, Ray. Cheese and bacon turnover. Love it, mate. Love it. Yeah, the more turnovers, the better. No, I'm joking. Not in the match. Not in the match. Callum, I can't say, mate. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't say, mate. If somebody in the chat wants to explain, yeah, but I can't say. Sorry, mate. I wish I could. Brighton are 1-0 up against Liverpool. There we go. Brighton are 1-0 up against Liverpool. Hermanson hits it forward, hits it long. And Didi tries to win it in the air. He can't, but it still falls to Winks. Buonanotte now. Buonanotte. He runs forward. He's still got the ball. He's getting forward. He's still got it somehow. Now it's Abdul Fatawu. He tries to find Mavididi, but it's deflected. Back to Vestergaard. 90 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. That would be much appreciated. It's completely free. Same as hitting subscribe. Won't cost you a penny, but it does mean a lot. There we go. Wout Faze sprays it to try and find Fatawu, and he can't. There is 9 people here and only 41 likes. Come on, boy. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. You can do better. You can do better. What happened there? It's going to be a free kick to Leicester after a Calvin Phillips coming together with Wilfred Ndidi. Only 13 minutes on the clock. That is wild because it feels like it's been going on for ages already, if I'm honest with you. It genuinely feels like it's been going on for ages already. Christensen bodied there a little bit. Leicester have still got it, though. Wilfred Ndidi, it comes off him. What has everyone in the chat made of the game so far? Please keep letting me know. Let me know. Yeah, that's quite poor, that, from Amari Hutchinson. He just budges... he just barges Christensen. And Christensen has to go back there. Fair play to him. And it's opened up a bit of space for Leicester. Abdul Fatawu. Oh, he's lost the ball again, Abdul. Abdul, come closer. Abdul, come back. Disjointed, I would agree. Are those candles or explosives on your shelf there? Oh, they're not. It's sorry, Matt. I should have moved them out of the way. It's juice. It's yeah. Sorry, guys. It's not very professional of me, is it? Although I can't really talk because I do smoke. So Vestergaard, Wout Faze hits it long to Mavididi. It's dealt with though, but Ndidi's picked it up. Buonanotte running with it. Buonanotte, edge of the box. He's still got it. Buonanotte still got it. He's still got it. Oh my God, it's pure class from Buonanotte, but it's saved by the keeper, Muric. It's saved by the keeper. It's class from Buonanotte. That man keeps delivering. Mavididi with it now here on the left. Step over. Puts the ball into the box. Jamie Vardy headers it over the bar. Good question here. How is it not 2-0? I don't know. I honestly don't know, mate. I don't know. No idea. Right, there we go. The explosive... No, I shouldn't say that because I will literally get a knock on my door. The vape juice is out of the way. Sorry, guys. You've got a lovely view now of my Panini book. I would show it off, but it's going to be a pain in the ass to get up. How is it not 2-0? I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. Bournemouth 1, Man City 0, Brighton 1, Liverpool 0 still. Calvin Phillips with a chance to get out here with Ipswich. Buonanotte, nice foot in, and it goes up for a throw in. We have to go all out to buy him. I don't know how we're going to do it. Andreas, I'm not even trying to be negative. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't think we can, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I hope we can. I hope we can, really, I do. Yeah, we do need to buy him somehow. Some way, shape or form, we need to buy him. Ben Johnson switches the play very, very, very well. It's dealt with, though, so it's all right. Hermanson, oh, bloody hell. Quick roll out there from Hermanson. Winks finds Buonanotte. This is very quick from Leicester. He finds Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy is just on the edge of the penalty area. He's into the penalty area now. Buonanotte with it. Wilfred Ndidi, edge of the area. He's going to go to Mavididi. Mavididi's got it still. He has. What's he going to do? He's going to try and bend it in the top right. Not enough power or bend on it into Muric's hands. Very quick forward play there from Leicester. Who are Bournemouth beating? They're beating Man City. Those missed chances are going to cost us, you see. Yeah, we've been very clinical this season. We have been very clinical. We've scored a lot of goals from a small amount of chances, but we've not been clinical enough here. The possession stats, everybody, 72% for Leicester. 72% possession for Leicester so far. Remember as well, Leicester City have scored in every game this season. Will that continue? Wilfred Ndidi, Buonanotte, Abdul Fatawu taking it down the right. He finds Ndidi. Ndidi squanders it, I think. No, it came off an Ipswich player. It came off Leif Davis, the former Leeds man. And it's going to be a corner kick to Leicester. Bournemouth beating City and Newcastle won against Arsenal. Yeah, with how Buonanotte is playing, I think Brighton will be pulling back. I would agree with you normally, Boho, but I do think that they're a smarter club than most. So I think they'll actually give him until the end of the season. Because where are they in the league? That's an important thing to think about. Where are they? They're third. Do they need him right now? I don't think so. Let's just hope they don't get injuries or anything like that, and he might be all right. Harry Winks to take this corner for Leicester. No, it's not. It's Buonanotte. Apologies. I hope so, mate. Ball in. It's not. It's short. Ricardo back to Buonanotte. Oh, he puts a nice little ball in there. Looks for fast, but he can't find it. Wink shoots from 30 yards out over the bar. It does, yeah. It does depend on injuries, mate. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. They've panned to somebody in the crowd talking. I don't know who that guy is. He looks high up somewhere. He's not a Leicester representative, so he must be Ipswich. How much is Buonanotte? I reckon 45 million, mate. That's 50. I think 50. I mean, look how much Maddison went. Maddison went for 40. Buonanotte's 5 years younger, 4 years younger, and I think he'll be better than Maddison. So probably 45, 50. Ipswich with a chance to get forward here with Delap. Delap has got Smodics to his left. Smodics will look to put a ball in. It's off Fass's big head, and it's out for a Ipswich corner. How is the Cherry Brighton beaten City and Liverpool? Yeah, I don't know. Easy, if not. Yeah, I think so, mate. I think it's going to be very tough to get him. I don't think it will happen. That's gone up loads, by the way, people. This is the live subscriber count. So all of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. Look how we're getting closer to 5k subs. That would be bloody beautiful before Christmas. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's going up quickly. Thank you so much for the support. Ipswich will have a chance to put the corner in right now. Here it comes. Ball in. It's a good ball. Oh, Calvin Phillips shoots. Phillips shot. It bounced off Buonanotte and it fell to number 26, who is O'Shea. And it just went wide after another deflection. So it's going to be another Ipswich corner. We'll see, Chester. We'll see what happens, mate. We've got time. There's time. There is time, mate. There is time. But they are the scores still. It finished Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0. Bournemouth 1, Man City 0 currently, 23rd minute. And it's Brighton 1, Liverpool 0. Ball in from Ipswich. Bit of a piss corner, that. Bit of a pish corner. Leif Davis has gone back to O'Shea here. Oh, sorry, Sam Morsey. Wilfred Ndidi has a very good chance to get forward here. That's poor. And Phillips. Oh, that's gonna be a yellow card, isn't it, for Facundo? He kicks the ball away. I think that might be a yellow card. I think it is. Facundo's got a yellow for kicking the ball away. Very stupid. I knew it was going to happen as soon as I saw it. Top bins. How about some Locks merch in time for Christmas? Really? You want some merch? I don't think anybody would want any blue tinted glasses merch. Does anybody want a t-shirt with BTG on? I don't think they would, mate. Maybe one day. Who knows? I also can't believe United fans are saying 5-2 when they played their best team and we played our second or third. Yeah. Happy Leicester Scum. He wants some merch. Maybe then. Who knows? Maybe I can sort some up for people. Costa would buy merch as well. Lovely stuff. We'll see. Maybe I do something where members of the channel get a free bit of merch. Maybe that's an option. Who knows? That's not in the pipeline. I'm just saying. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Ben Johnson here now on the right will take a throw in. Number 18. Chaplin back to. Oh, yeah, it's a foul. It's a foul by Mavididi. Yeah, it was a 1-2 from after the throw. Oh, Murray Hutchinson's in. He shoots. It's blocked. Mavididi now. He's going to play it back to VK. Just get rid of it, mate. Get it forward. He got it forward. He cleared it. He's cleared it. Sam Morsey now. He finds Amari. Amari's into the area against Christensen. He puts the ball in. Cleared by Vestergaard. Leicester cannot keep the ball anymore. And they're not really doing much with stringing stuff together and getting it forward. We're trying to get it forward. We're losing it. Buonanotte is one of those that if he lands in the right club, he could be he's a game changer for us, isn't he? So he's at the right club. He's at the right club. He's at the right club. Very quiet, really, around the Premier League. Just 2 goals in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Just 2 goals. 3 goals all day. Does this mean if we win, we only score? What? I don't. Yes. I mean, we have to score to win, if that's what you mean. I'm sorry, I mean, I'm just not sure what you mean. Just elaborate, and I'll. Yeah. 24 minutes. 24 minutes played so far. Leicester will be gutted, and Cooper will be gutted to not be 2 up, even 1 up, but 2 up especially. If we win, we stay up. Bournemouth are a good side. We did well to beat them. I could feel a Leicester goal coming soon. I hope so, Stu. I do hope so. Rocco is here. Hello to you, Rocco, mate. Thank you very much for being a part of the stream. Go to top and Man City don't score. Vestergaard standing on the ball here. Little passes, 1-2 with Wout Faes. Christensen now on the left. Not much of an option on there at all. Hermanson, Leicester playing it around the back here. Faes is just going to have to hit it long, which he does. Win that Winks. Oh, he didn't. He didn't. That's going to be a Leicester. Yeah, good. That's a foul. That's a foul. I'm scared now, Rennie B says. What are you scared of, mate? What are you scared? Scared of Ipswich? I ain't scared of Ipswich. Hey, you cannot be scared of a football club whose nickname is Tractor. You can't. No. I miss Okazaki. What a player. What a great guy. I think a number 10, I mean, he does sway out wide anyway, but a number 10 or a number 8 for me, STN. Yeah, number 10 or a number 8. "25 minutes in. Shoot ourselves in foot, FC. We'll see. Hopefully we don't, mate. Hopefully we do not shoot ourselves in the foot. There's been another goal. Forest are 1-0 up against West Ham. Forest are 1-0 up against West Ham. Tell me now in the chat what you've made to the game so far, whether you're an Ipswich fan, a Leicester fan, or a Leeds fan, because there are some Leeds fans, trust me. Forest fans as well. Let me know what you made to the game so far. Abdul Fatawu, out wide. Into the middle with Harry Winks. Harry Winks to Faes. Playing Enzo ball here. We are playing Enzo ball. To be fair, though, happy Leicester, this season we've been quite clinical. The statistics show, but today not so much. We should be 2 up. We really should. Burst forward from Sam Morsey to Leif Davis. He goes out to Sammy Smodics. It's a poor pass from Smodics back into the middle, and now Buonanotte will have a chance to get forward. Leicester slow it down a little bit, though. Bouncing balls off each other, like the Championship last season under Enzo Maresca. Wout Faes out to Abdul Fatawu, who's been relatively quiet so far, besides a shot in the opening 10 minutes. All day, our football is smart. The Leeds fans only join us when Leicester are losing. Yeah, they're not here now, are they? They're not here now. They will join, by the way, just to let everyone know. I am sorry to say, if Leicester do concede, the chat will be inundated with Leeds fans. And the reason for that is because Just Joe Football Show is live. So everybody in the chat right now, I'm asking you for one favor, please. One favor. If Leicester score, please message Just Joe. Please message. Go to Just Joe Football Show. keep this tab open. Don't leave this stream, and go and say, "Up the Foxes." Please do that. Please do that. Amari Hutchinson into the box, ball across, deflected. I should also keep an eye on the Leeds game. Does anybody know the... why can't I see the Leeds games here? It's a bit weird. Chris Wood on fire. Yeah, no heart attacks in the chat, please. Yeah, that shit me up. Don't do that. Don't do that. That did shit me up. But yeah, if Leicester score, I want us all to go over to Just Joe Football Show and say, "Up the Foxes." That's what I want. That's what I want. We should have scored before Ipswich grew into the game. Mate, I couldn't agree with you more. That opening 10 minutes, even the opening 5 minutes especially, but the opening 10, we were all over them. We really were. It's very, very annoying that we didn't. It's very, very annoying that we didn't score. It is, because we should have and we deserved to. We were the better team, in my opinion. Chris Wood had his time. He scored. He scored today. Did he score? I'm pretty sure he scored. He did. Chris Wood scored. Corner in from Ipswich. Back post. It's a good chance. Bounces off the floor and over the bar by O'Shea again. Let off again for Leicester. How many times? How many times do we have to be let off before we wake up? That was another good chance for Ipswich. This is not good enough. We need to get back into the game. We need to grab the game. We need to dominate the game, and we need to score a goal. We had a chance to do that twice, and we didn't take it. It's really fucking annoying. Very annoying. Because what happens if we win this? How many points do we go above Ipswich? 5 points? Sorry, we're already 5. So 8 points. If we win, we go 8 points ahead of Ipswich, which is very good. So we need to make sure that happens. Yeah, I've just seen it's 1-0 to Leeds, mate. Yeah, just seen. Very, very frustrating this game so far. I think we should have scored. We really should have scored. Cleared by Hermanson. Goes long. Happy Leicester scum. Wolves, Everton and Southampton are getting relegated. What happens if we score at half-time? Well, we need to score, yeah. We need to score before half-time. I agree. Definitely. That's gone up again, Lowe's. Thank you so much to people who've hit subscribe. 0-0. Ipswich 0, Leicester 0. 32 minutes played. Just to remind everybody of the team sheet, if you are wondering. Hermanson, Ricardo, Vestergaard, Faze, Christiansen, Winks, Ndidi, Buonanotte, Vardy, Fatawu, Mavadidi, Vardy. Locks, you know as well as I do, we only play for 45 minutes a game, so 90 less than 20. That means we will play well for 20 minutes next half. Will we score, though, in those 20 minutes, Bo? Will we score? I'll find out for you, mate. Sorry, I've just lost it. The bench is as follows for Leicester City. Danny Ward, James Justin, Connor Cody, Caleb Okoli, Skip, Samari, Bilal El Khanous, Casey McAteer, Jordan Ayew. We have some options. Not the strongest, but we have some options. Leeds 2 up now. That league is poor. Yeah, it is. It really is, mate. It's piss poor. Sam Morsey here for Ipswich. Chaplin into Hutchinson. He tries to square it. Hutchinson still got it in the box. Clear, deflected off Ndidi, and it's going to be a corner kick for Ipswich. Leicester really need to fucking wake up. Leicester really need to wake up, man. This isn't good enough. We started well, and it's... Ugh. Just over 10 minutes to play of the first half. Just over 10 minutes. We need a goal, man. We really need a goal. Although, you could say, worst case, just don't lose. Ipswich have been the better team, though, in the last 20 minutes. Sorry, the last 10 minutes or so. They have. In my opinion, they've been the better team. They've been the better team. Ray says Ipswich completely dominant now. They just seem to have more men than us for some reason. Shot from Chaplin, White. Just imagine if we re-sign Kelechi. Don't think that's going to happen. Can't see that happening, mate. He's just scored 2 as well. Cannon scored again today. Tom Cannon scored again for Stoke today. That's about what? 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that like 6 or 7 goals from now? Stoke. Oh, dear. Come on, Leicester, man. Against Derby as well. A proper fox. Yeah, for sure. I think Kieran McKenna will be quite happy so far. He wouldn't have been happy with his first 10 minutes of the game. That's for sure. I mean, he's screaming now on the touchline, but he won't be happy. He'll be happy with the last 10 minutes. That's for sure. And Cooper will not be happy. And us fans shouldn't be happy with the last 10 minutes because we should be beating these guys and we're not. And people on certain fan channels, you can guess who, will say, you can't expect to win every game in the Premier League. And you can't expect, you've got to just take a point at home, away. But we should have been 2-0 up, so we have to win this game, man. We keep going long from goal kicks. Because Enzo's not the manager, that's probably why. Keith says, after that good start, Cooper now needs to kick them up the arse at half time. He does, yeah, he does, mate. 100%. 100%. Abdul Fatawu up against Leif Davis. He goes past him quite well there. What can Fatawu do? He tries to put a ball in. It's blocked. And it's picked up by Muric. I'm glad Arsenal lose against Newcastle 1-0 now that Arsenal fans are singing Rice, 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 loser. Do, do, do. Yeah, mate. Oh, come on, Leicester boys. Come on, Leicester boys. Ipswich have been the better team in the last 10 minutes, guys. I don't know what else I can say about that. I don't know what else I can say. If any of the members are in the chat, there is a custom emoji you can post, which is Vishay had a dream. Just good timing with this comment. Thank you for that one. Happy Leicester scum, mate. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Calvin Phillips, Leif Davis, Sam Morsey. Just playing around us at the minute, Ipswich. Playing around us. Amari Hutchinson. He's going against Victor Christensen. He does well. Christensen managed to stick a foot in, though. Boho says, if my mum had wheels, she would have been a trolley. Yeah. Yeah, mate. I mean, I'm not saying that about your mum, but yeah. Maybe so. Maybe so. Please, Leicester, win this, I beg you. I know. I can't deal with the pain if we don't. I can't deal with the pain if we don't win this. Sam Morsey. Calvin. Out to Leif Davis. Back to Morsey. He puts the ball in. It's a decent ball. Cleared by Yannick's head. Winks clears and he's fouled at the same time. So it's going to be a Leicester free kick. Relieve a little bit of pressure. Come on, boys. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. People keep getting your comments in. People keep getting your comments in. What you make to the game. Leif Davis is now... Delap finds Chaplin. Chaplin up against Ndidi. Chaplin still got it. Shoots. He shoots. It was a good strike by Chaplin. If it was on target, I'm sorry to say it was going in, but it has stayed out of the net, thankfully. Yikes. Another let off there for Leicester. This is not looking good, Brev. This is not looking good, Brev. That's what they say, innit? This is not looking good, Brev. Trust me on that. You can see a goal coming any second now, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. Nearly 40 minutes on the clock. Mavididi, VK. Back to Mads. Scores on the doors. Man City are 1-0 down to Bournemouth. Ipswich, Leicester 0-0. Liverpool 0, Brighton 1. Forest 1, West Ham 0. Southampton, Everton 0-0 as well. Leicester have had a foul go in their favour here. Let's get in at half-time 0-0 and regroup. That's what we need, mate. I mean, it would be better if we go in 1-0 up, but yeah, I get your point, mate. I agree with you. Look at this, by the way, people. That is the momentum chart. Look at the momentum chart. Look how we started the game. They had a bit of a moment. We got back into it. And then since then, it has been all Ipswich. All Ipswich. I'd be happy if it's draw, but I want 3 points. I wouldn't be happy with a draw. I wouldn't be happy with a draw. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Sam Morsey. He goes long out wide to Christensen. Intercepts. Mavididi was fouled there by Johnson. Thank you. Mavididi will look to try and take it quick, but he's looks like that was stopped by the ref. Come on, boys. Get Bilal on second half. So, yeah, this is it, guys. Start letting me know now. What changes would you make? Would you make any at halftime? James thinks Bilal should come on. I mean, who for, James? Let me know as that as well. Who should come on? Who should come on for... come off, sorry, for Bilal? Let me know, please. Because it is getting to that point where the manager and us fans are going to start talking about it. Here's O'Shea. Chaplin. Johnson now on the right. He finds Hutchinson. Hutchinson's everywhere. He's like a rash. Hutchinson is like a rash. Johnson up to Chaplin. Chaplin will go back to Amari. He does. It's lovely stuff there. Amari's in the penalty area. He's in the penalty area. He's up against Vestergaard. He cuts in. He goes down. It's never going to be a penalty, that. Hutchinson still got the ball somehow. Vestergaard was stationary. Chaplin shoots. No, he doesn't. He looks for a ball from the lap. Hermanson punches away. It's not looking good, guys. Ipswich are all over us. They are all over us at the moment. They should be scoring shortly if it continues as it is. Leicester should already be 2-0 up there. That's the frustrating part. Buonanotte is putting his man under a bit of pressure. He needs to be careful because he's already on a yellow. You do not want to get sent off, my friend. Calvin Phillips now. He'll find Leif Davis here. Leif Davis into the box, puts it across. Johnson from range shoots into Hermanson's hands. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what he can do. Once again, we've put out an attacking lineup. This doesn't do any attacking. Rene B says, get on Bilal. Get Bilal on for Fatawu. Move the next Messi to right mid. 43 minutes gone in this game. A couple minutes of normal time left of the first half. Facundo Buonanotte looks for Vardy. He does. Vardy's got it now, but he is alone. Fatawu's with him now. What's Fatawu going to do? He tries to deliver a ball. It's very poor. It's very poor. Ugh. Buonanotti's down. I don't know what happened here. Calvin Phillips just goes in with his elbow on the back of Buonanotti's head like a knobhead. And he's given him a yellow, rightly so, the little fucking dirty Leeds scum player. Elbows him, goes in with his forearm on the back of Buonanotti's head. What a knobhead. What, just because your career's fallen to pieces in the last 3 years, mate? Getting a bit bitter. Knobhead. Knobhead, mate. Proper knobhead. Buonanotti's in some pain. He's down. He's getting attention. He's in serious pain on the back of his neck or back of his head, one of the two. It would never be given as a red. That's the thing, mate. It would never be given as a red because they'd say it wasn't intentional, but it looked intentional to me. Ignore that noise, guys. Sorry. Oh dear. It was dirty. It was dirty. And yeah, you're right. Calvin Phillips has tried to take him out of the game. He's a dirty, what a dirty knobhead. Proper dirty, mate. Dirty player. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Buonanotti's up. And I hope he scores now. I hope Buonanotte scores against these now after that and celebrates in Calvin Phillips' face. Send Phillips back to the Championship where he belongs. Yeah, sorry about the sound. It's just something that StreamYard does just randomly every now and then. Long ball from Ipswich. Wout Faes is able to get his head on it and clear it. There was 2 minutes at a time, by the way. There's 1 minute left. 1 minute left of that 2 minutes. Ball in for Ipswich. Yannick clears. Ben Johnson, Amari Hutchinson. Amari Hutchinson against Victor Christensen. Delivers the ball over the bar. Looks like West Ham have had a red card against Nottingham Forest. Who is it that's been sent off? Who has been sent off for West Ham? Edson Alvarez. 2 yellow cards within the space of 7 minutes. Yikes. That game is still 1-0 to Forest. And is that going to be half-time in this Leicester game? No, but it's close. It's very close. Vestergaard just headers the ball out to nobody. Not sure why he did that. And now they'll have another chance to attack. Connor Chaplin. Ball in from Ipswich. Winks clears. And now indeed he clears. Jamie Vardy up against O'Shea. O'Shea wins it. Amari Hutchinson tries a little flick around the corner, but it's back to Hermanson quite easily. Hermanson will lump it forward, and that should be half-time. That should be half-time. The referee disagrees. The referee disagrees. We've played on. It's probably because of the Buonanotte injury. That is half-time. That's half-time in the first half. 0-0. Leicester City with 2. I can't, mate. Sorry. If I'm behind, I can't help it. Yeah, Leicester City, in my opinion, should be 2-0 up, especially 1-0 up, but probably 2. We had a very good start to the game. Ipswich grew into it, and since then, Ipswich have looked the more likely to score. I'm not sure what Steve Cooper and Alan Tate can do to resolve this, but we need to get back on top and get a goal. We've not been clinical enough. We've had a couple of chances, not put them away, but we are going to be joined now as well by, of course, Luke, Anil, and Neil to talk about the game, the first half. So please, everybody in the chat, start getting your comments in now on what you thought to the first half. Final comment, Top Bin says that was an assault, not an injury. The dirty bastard. I'll say it for what it is, mate. Not busted, bastard. Right. Anil, Luke, and Neil, boys, I'm going to jump and get a beer, but I want you to talk about this because I know this is one of Anil's favourite graphics. Look at the state of that. I'll let you talk.
That's an amazing graphic because we were just discussing off air and I was saying that half felt like a half of two halves, and that's exactly what that graphic shows. So talk to me about that half, Luke. The two halves to it. What did we do good and what did we do badly?
It's a little bit confusing because it was like a tale of two halves in the one half. I thought the first 10, 15 minutes, some of the patterns of play and the passing at the back was really, really good. You start to see some really excellent line-breaking passes from Vestergaard. It looked like he was going to make an immediate impact. I just feel like, unfortunately, and that's, the last 20 minutes, the build-up from the back, there was way too many balls over the top from Mads, from the players. I think building up through the left-hand side from the back with Victor Christensen breaks down too much, unfortunately. I think to get the best out of him, his build-up play, he needs to be further up the pitch. And we're not really seeing the channels of passing through the middle to be able to afford for him to get up that left-handed side and not get Mavadidi's way. So unfortunately, his crosses into the box are quite rare to see and none at all in that half. But other than that, a few scary moments. But yeah, I just felt like we should have capitalized on something in that first half. What are your thoughts, Neil?
We started off great, and that's the worst thing. We saw some of the best bits of Enzo ball in that first half. Seeing some of the way that we were playing again. Vestergaard was getting to good positions. We're seeing how much we're getting out of the team, and then it's like somebody told us, "No, don't do that. Just hoof it long." And as soon as we started doing that, they go right. This starts playing into our hands. So for them, again, it's. Even though we had more possession, we didn't do anything. Again, did we create anything after 25 minutes? I don't think so. Like, opportunities-wise, everything was when we were actually playing a system that was risky. Now, when you're starting whacking stuff out from the back, it's just, for me, it's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. So you're not getting the best out of Jamie. Again, Jamie Vardy's had 2 or 3 touches of the ball, all in the first 10 minutes. And that's when actually we were having the shots on target. So, yeah, I'm frustrated because I've got a feeling if this continues, if Steve Cooper doesn't get into them and go, or maybe Steve Cooper doesn't need to be there, well, we need to start playing the Enzo way and listening to players that are here next season to actually get back in the game. Because at the moment, we're heading for a loss, lads. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think what it feels like to me is that we started pretty strongly. We completely controlled the game. Ipswich could barely get out of their half. We were passing it around, baiting their press. Vestergaard was great and playing it through. And I actually think where the moment changed, it was quite early on, is that Vestergaard kind of got robbed from the ball and they almost got in because we made a mistake. And then there was like another mistake made thereafter. And I think what's happened, it feels like to me, is that the coach or the manager has instructed the players, don't play out from the back as much, stroke at all, and start playing long. So they've started kicking it long. There was a period where I think I came on this channel and I said, like, we've kicked it long from goal kick now 5 times in a row. And Neil, you can answer the question. Every time we played it long, what happened?
They get the ball. They go, brilliant. This is our way of playing now. And then they get back into their shape and they're very comfortable. The ball ends up coming in. Delap drops deep. Hutchison gets the 1-on-1 against Christensen, which we don't want at all. And that's that's what's happening. So it's so frustrating because we've got such a good team and we've got such a great way, but we're getting a van and telling the van to do a drag race. It's like, well, no, if you've got a van, then use the van to the best of its ability. So for me, it makes no sense. Or like, getting a convertible and going, right, now go put stuff in it. Well, it's not designed to do that. So you've got all the good stuff there. Why are we not utilizing it because the system-wise, people there all work, but why are we not making the most of it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel we're trying to go back to front too quickly. where we really want to be playing this game, we did it in that sort of first 12 to 15 minutes, is that we had like Vestergaard just standing on the ball at the halfway line with our entire team in their half, and now we can start picking up passes. That's what this team is set up to try and do, to control the game and then exploit the spaces that way. So we need to get back to doing that. By just pumping it along the whole time and making it chaotic, that's going to see Ipswich, and that's why they're starting to get a bit of joy. And I think, to be honest with you, I was quite happy that half time came. Here's a good comment. We can't keep blaming the manager when the players keep making mistakes that cost us goals. That's true, but I guess what I'm saying is that we're not playing it out from the back. We are just kicking it along. We need to do what Mads did earlier in the thing when we had the two players sitting on either side. Luke, what adjustments would you make? Where do you think we need to get hold of this game again?
Well, I think it's quite difficult. It's a good question. So, like, I'm not entirely sure what system we're playing right now. If we're going to be playing a back three, which is, high risk, high reward, we can't have Wout Faes running up the pitch, and we nearly got caught out when he made a massive run up the pitch, and we got caught out in transition. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that if they're not parking the bus. It's not the game to be making those big runs like that. That scares me. If we're playing, shades of Enzo or a back three, I think Boyanote is trying to do too much. He's been a little bit selfish, so we're breaking down a lot of players when we do get further up the pitch, although I do think he has had his moments. And as well as Victor Christensen's not used to being a left-sided centre-back as well. So there is a few changes. I think Wilfred and Ndidi as well. It's almost like a hybrid between a 6 and an 8 at half. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that. It's kind of a bit difficult to tell. So I think where we need to go better in this next half is playing it out from the back. Obviously, as we just discussed, no balls over the top, nowhere near as many long. And Victor Christensen, he needs that support from either Harry Winks or Mavididi to be able to play those triangle passes at the back if we are to build from the left-hand side, where, in my opinion, we look vulnerable.
Yeah, there's an interesting comment here from Easy Gaming. I think we're stuck between two systems, to be honest, and I would agree. And I think your comment there, Luke, about Ndidi being a 6 or 8, because that's exactly what's happened. It's like when we're defending, he's dropping back to be a CDM next to Winks. Not necessarily the worst thing, but then when we're up, what's he doing? And we don't really know what to do one way or the other. I think there was a bit in the end there where the ball did sort of come over to Buonanotte, I think, played a really good ball into Vardy, but we're again trying to go too quickly back to front and not just be a bit patient. Another interesting thing, Zay, to put Bilal for Mavididi and let him invert to the middle, because I would say Mavididi looks off it again right now. What do you make of Mavididi's sort of first half there, Neil?
He's not made the most of it, and that's being kind. I mean, he should have had that goal, and yes, it was a deflection, but in the first 3 minutes, if we score that goal 3 minutes in, I think, again, we're coming into this game 1, maybe 2-0 up, because we created some good opportunities. I think part of it is when he starts to play in this system, the best thing he's good at is taking his man one-on-one, trying to get past him and getting the ball in or joining in with the attack. I just don't think the ball has come down to him. I think partly that is because Christensen's been poor, not giving him and feeding him to those positions. And partly because Vestergaard hasn't had the opportunity to get time on the ball, get his head up, look where his options are as a quarterback, and then play the ball he wants to play. So I do agree that Mavididi is part of the problem, and yes, but I think part of it is the service hasn't been good enough to him as well. But the opportunities that he has had, he's probably not taken them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a comment here from Jake. We've got to let the ball work on the ground rather than the air. We are getting outclassed in the aerial challenges. Bingo. That sums it all up for me. And I don't know why we're doing it. We dominated the first 15 minutes by keeping it on the deck. Then I think we've got a bit worried because they've won the ball a little bit from playing up from the back, and we started to pump it long. And all we've done is just give the ball to Ipswich and completely ceded control to them. It's down to Cooper and his management of the game. He doesn't have a clue how to play Enzo ball. It's a big mix-up of ideas and direction. It sort of feels that way at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone else says, but need more aggression with the press at one point, so indeed he just back off when he should have pressed. Yeah, that's happened a few times, although I think, again, it's getting the balancing act right there, because Luke's mentioned that Wout Faes stepped all the way up into their half to try and get the lap, and the lap just turned him, and it made a dangerous situation. So you've got to be careful. Chips said there, I was eating, so didn't see it properly, but Mavididi should have scored right at the start. It was basically an open goal, or am I being stupid? What happened is that Vardy plays it across, but it does take a deflection of one of their players, so it's not like a simple tap in, but it gets kind of caught in between two lines, like he's sort of trying to side put it in, and it ends up hitting both his feet. I do think that a more confident player just lashes that in power with their left foot, or maybe takes a touch, cuts in, and then tries to finish it. So I think he could do better there, but I don't think it was as a good a chance we thought it was, which I think maybe is shown in this. So it's like the stats from that first half. So you can see that actually Ipswich, despite having less possession, had slightly more XG. I think they've looked good on their set pieces, I've got to say. I don't think they've looked so good in open play yet, personally. I would say that. Although I think the key battle is Amari Hutchinson versus Victor Christensen. I think he looks like the player that most likely is going to get in. Yep, still no good 90 minutes. In this half, we didn't even have a good 45. We had a good 15. But at least we had some 15 minutes. But you can see we forced their goalkeeper into 2 saves. They had 10 shots, though, to our 5. That's a bit of a worry. More corners, they fouled us more. Yeah, they're being more aggressive, I think, is the kind of issue there. Yeah, I'll pull this up. Locks, what did you make of that half?
It's just frustrating. I mean, look, this we were joking early on about the not having a full 90 minutes, but someone pointed out a good 15 minutes. That means we're still going to get another 30 of good football at some point. So if we can have 30 minutes of good football, at the start of this second half, then maybe we'll score. But the worry for me today is
give us 3 points.
Well, yeah, but the worry for me is how clinical we have been this season. If you look at the statistics today, we should have scored a couple.
Yeah. And is that our chance? Well, those stats will catch up with you though, because those stats have suggested that we've overperformed our chances. Do you know what I think we do have to say though? Pretty much everyone pre-match has said there's going to be tons of goals in it. It's going to be a chaotic game, and it's going to be sort of like a bit of a championship style basketball shootout. And the funny thing is, it hasn't been that at all, has it? It's been actually quite cagey. Maybe Ipswich are trying to make it a bit more chaotic, but I think. Look, and I think that was working. I think when we first 15 minutes, you could actually see that their crowd was getting a bit nervous, and they're like, "Uh-oh, here we go again." I think that's the mistake, is we've let them get back in the game. Like Enzo often said that one of the reasons why he played his style of football is that, especially away from home, first 20 minutes, what you want to do, you just want to shut their crowd up, make it so that it's got a zero atmosphere and it's flat, and then they haven't got that boost to them. And yeah, so it's interesting. So I think, look, I'm a bit worried though, because what happened against Forest, we came out half time, we just didn't even start.
Yeah, well, I was going to say this. Sorry if you've already spoken about this. Luke, who do you want to see in the second half? I'm not saying now, but I'm saying eventually. Who do you want to see in the second half?
You go, Neil, before you forget.
Sorry, I think I'm lagging a little bit at the moment, so apologies if I'm a little bit behind. I think one thing mentioned, A, playing out from the back, actually how we were doing before, and B, I think what Jake pointed is a really good point. We're playing it in the air. We don't play in the air. What are we trying to achieve by playing the ball? It just kind of like bounces around, like when you're little and you play you got your cousins over, you play like the balloon, and you start hitting the balloon in the air and just don't let it touch the floor. That's what it feels like at times trying to play. I just don't see what we're trying to achieve. So again, if that's the case, give it to people like we want. So a couple of things I want to see. I want to see Vestergaard on the ball more. I want to see also as playing more of a risk style. So get Hermansen not just to hoof it long, get him to join in that back line as that back four, and allow us then to go, right, now we've got this position, we're going to try and draw those players in, tire them out, and then towards the end of the game, we can bring on some of the players, like people have mentioned, El Canus, bring some other players as well to really go for it. And as they're getting more tires, we're moving around the pitch, then we can get it. But at the moment, if we come out playing like we did in the latter half, like 20 minutes to 45 minutes, I don't see us scoring, let alone getting any points from the game.
Well, let me ask you all that. Well, I'll start with you, Luke. I mean, there's to our Moroccan friends in the chat. There's a lot of comments about Bilal after his goal against Man United. Where if do you want to see him in the second half, and if so, where do you think he would fit into the team?
Well, again, I want to see us, but properly and not all over the place. I want to see us play 3-2-4-1. So I would like to see Bilal come in as a high 8. And I think because of, it been a little bit convoluted and confusing with the rotation between a 6 or an 8 of Ndidi, I think, to be honest with you, some people might not like to hear this, but if I had to pick, I don't want to change anything yet for what it's worth. I agree with everything Neil said, but if I had to pick someone to come on, depending on how he's playing, would be either Mavididi or Ndidi for Bilal. I know there's a lot of people in the chat that want to see Bilal come on.
Anil, where would you have Bilal, mate, if he was to come on?
Yeah, I think that's a decent shout from Luke. Like, what's Ndidi really doing? He's sort of not playing one position or the other. I don't think he's really been helped by the system, so you could bring him on there. I mean, my worry is though is that the way that we're playing right now, even if he comes on, are we going to get the ball to him? That's what we're doing wrong. So we've got to adjust that bit first. But honestly, I think he could come on either on the left-hand side or for Ndidi, one of the two. And he blatantly will come on for someone. He might even come on for Buonanotte because Buonanotte looked like he might have got injured there. But what I'm saying is just bringing him on isn't going to turn the game. If we want to turn the game, we've got to adjust what we're doing so that our talented players can get the ball. When we got them the ball, we look good. We just knock it high, I'm not going to get anything.
Yeah.
You know who I think we're going to see, lads? You know who I think we're going to see? I think we're going to see Samari. I think we're going to see Samari in the second half.
Really? For who?
I thought you were going to say Jordan
Ndidi. Ndidi. I think we're going to see Samari for Ndidi. I do.
Do
Somebody else has said it, actually.
I think there's something to be said for what Neil was saying about building from the back. If you are going to build, I don't want to see the balls go to the top. You either want to have that first ball go to either Vestergaard ideally or Winks. And the second that first ball gets received, they're back to God, and you know it's probably going to be coming back short to Mads Hermansen. You need to see a lot of movement off the ball to be opening up those plays over the top, then for the ball over. I also think there's something to be said for that because we're playing so many balls over the top in our build-up or from the back. There's a reason why they've had 10 shots on goal and we've had 5 because we keep giving the ball away, inviting wave after pressure, which is not sustainable for 90 minutes and also a cause for concern is because we get to have 2 good halves. So was that our good half or our bad half? That's the scary question.
That's a very good question. Right, lads, the game's... Yeah, we'll see you full time for the instant match reaction. Thanks, lads. Much appreciated. Thanks to Luke and Neil for that. The second half is just about to start. It'll be interesting to see what substitutions are made in this half. And I really liked that question at the end from Luke. Really liked it. Was that a good half or a bad half? Because we know that we always have a good half and a bad half. So it will be very interesting to see which one of those it was. NMLA says, enjoy. All right, I'm going back to the match. Trust me, the next Messi will score. I hope so, mate. I really do hope so. The game has kicked off. The second half has kicked off. No changes so far. Ipswich in the box already with a chance. Jesus Christ, it's Messi. It's Messi. Wilfred Ndidi's fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to Leicester just from our penalty area. Scores around the doors. Bournemouth 1, Man City 0, Ipswich, Leicester 0-0, Liverpool 0, Brighton 1, Forest 1, West Ham 0, West Ham with a red card, and Southampton 0, Everton 0. Remember, people, that at full time, do not go anywhere because there will be a live instant match reaction. There will be a redirect. So as we end this stream, you'll be sent over to that stream for Fox 8 TV. Be realistic. El Canus is more like a KDB Foden than a Messi player. Costa says it's worrying. It's very clear to me that the players are running the team selections. Rene, are you referring to Jordan Ayew when he says the next Messi? Something tells me that he's not talking about Messi, mate. Something tells me he's not talking about Ayew. Bilal, I assume. Thank you to all the support that everyone has shown me in this stream and me and the lads. Thank you for being here. That's all that matters. If you want to do something extra, just leave a comment and let me know what you make to the game. That's all I want to know. And that'll be much appreciated. Fatawu is in a little battle there to win the ball. Ipswich win it though. Leif Davis into the middle of the park. Connor Chaplin, he goes out wide to Sammy Smodics now. Sammy Smodics down the left. He delivers the ball into the box, cleared by Victor Christiansen. Ben Johnson with it now. Ben Johnson with the ball on the right. What's he going to do with it? This is a really important game near the bottom of the table for sure. Buonanotte drives forward. Jamie Vardy loses out. It's going to be a Leicester throw-in. 47 minutes played. He's the next Messi. It's worrying, though. I agree with you, Costa. I don't know if it's more the team selection as such, but maybe so. It's the tactical side of it. But maybe Steve Cooper is he's trying to lean now more towards this style of football. He tried his thing at the start. He got 0 wins. Well, then he got 1 win. And the Southampton game, we went to Enzo's style a little bit more, and we won the game in the second half. 3 goals in the second half. So Mavididi now down the left, good pace from him into the box, cleared by Ipswich, only to Amari Hutchinson, who's hacked down by Wilfred Ndidi. It's going to be a free kick to Ipswich. Did you see Vardy showing Ipswich player? Did you see Vardy kicking Ipswich player second time? I didn't see that, mate. Sorry. I didn't see that. I must have missed that, mate. I must have missed that. Calvin Phillips under pressure. He's managed to play out though. Hutchinson now. Blocked by Leicester. Vestergaard under pressure here. Get it back. Oh, he goes in the middle instead to Ricky P. Ricky P should be able to play out here now. Terrible pass. How have we played, guys? Just standard, I think, mate. We've had 15 minutes. I mean, Lee, if you're still here, mate, look at this. This will tell you everything you need to know, to be honest with you. Just look at that image. That should tell you everything you need to know, if I'm honest with you, mate. Fatawu, a bit of a wayward pass there, unfortunately. He's not happy with himself. Not happy with himself. Hi, Locks. Hi to YouTube top, mate. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Hope you are doing well. 106 people in the chat. Please, if you can, hit the like button and hit subscribe. Let's get that number up to 4,700 by the time the stream finishes. Sam Morsey. He's looking for an option. Back to O'Shea. Leif Davis plays it back to the keeper, Muric. Yeah. Show all the love to Lee Chappie, my friends. Show all the love as always to Lee Chappie. Liam Delap now. He goes out wide on the left to Leif Davis. Calvin Phillips with it. Leif Davis now. Fatawu challenges him nicely and gets the ball. Well done, Fatawu, mate. That was an important tackle, that. Important tackle. Fatawu still with it. He goes, tries to switch the play to Mavididi. He does. Not too many options on from here, though. Mavididi goes long, so looking for Vardy. Vardy's up against O'Shea. Vardy wins the ball. He's sat on the ball. Look, he's holding Vardy's leg. What are you doing, man? That's a free kick. That's a free kick to Leicester. What's he doing? Vardy's challenging for the ball. O'Shea is sat on the ball, which you're not allowed to do, by the way. And he's holding on to Vardy's leg, not letting go. And I guarantee you right now, he's going to give the free kick to Ipswich. Of course he does. Of course he does. What a load of shit that is, man. He's sat on the ball. O'Shea is sat on the ball. He's not letting Vardy have it. He's pushing Vardy, and then he's holding Vardy's leg, dragging Vardy along, and they've got the free kick. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh dear. That is shit, man. That is such bad refereeing, that. Yeah, it goes the other way. Of course it does. He sat on the ball. What? What? Let's just sit on the ball now. When you're under pressure, just sit on it, and then you'll get a free kick your way. What a load of shit that is. You're not allowed to sit on a ball, man. You're not allowed to lie on a ball or sit on it. It's just football. It's the rules. Fatawu. Looking for Vards. Vards heads it down to Steffi Mavididi. Yeah, good layoff there from Vards. Mavididi finds Vardy again. Looks for a 1-2. Loses out, unfortunately. Chaplin now with it. Out wide to Amari Hutchinson. Sam Morsey. Ipswich slowing it down. Tractor boy dry humping Vardy's leg. Exactly, top bins, mate. Pathetic. And they get a free kick. Nuts. Nuts, mate. Nuts. What on earth was that, man? Scores are still the same. 1-0 to Bournemouth against Man City. Ipswich, Leicester 0-0. Liverpool 1-0 down to Brighton. Forest 1, West Ham 0. West Ham with a red card. And Southampton, Everton 0-0. 53 minutes on the clock. So far, so shit, basically. More of the same, I think, the second half so far. Ipswich keeping us out. They're keeping us out. quite comfortably at the minute. So fair play to them. They're doing their job. They'll be happy with a 0-0. They'll be happy with a 1-0 smash and grab. We'll see what happens though. Hutchinson up against Victor Christensen. He has to play backwards. Ben Johnson looking for the overlap. Rene, when will players get subbed in? I'd say 60, first one. Hutchinson into the box. He's up against 2 men. Why did Hermanson not pick that up? Why did Hermanson not pick that up? Now Ipswich still have the ball. Ipswich are all over us. Ipswich are looking the far more likely to score here. The far more likely. It's really, really poor from Leicester so far. Ball in the box. It's going to be a goal kick for Leicester. Goal kick for Leicester. Kieran McKenna looking on. Cooper isn't even that bad. Why are people hating on him? Ball in to Ipswich. Leif Davis. Oh, my God. It's 1-0 Ipswich. It's a great goal. It's a great goal. I'm not going to even argue it. It's a great goal. Again. Oh, dearie me. Come on, then. Let's have it, Leeds fans. Leeds fans are going to be... It's Leif Davis as well. It's Leif Davis as well. Ipswich are 1-0 up against Leicester City. I repeat, Ipswich 1, Leicester City 0. Leif Davis has scored for Ipswich. It was a ball in from, I think it's Chaplin on Morsey, right to the left. It's such a good goal, by the way. It's such a good goal. It's such a good goal. It's such a good strike, man. I'm not even going to argue about it. It's so good. It's such a good finish. Anyway. Yeah, oh my God. No. CR7 says, Chester Leicester says, it's the player. I took up my FBL as well. Dorcas says, we are going down. Chester Leicester says, nice one, Leicester. Can always count on you guys. Yeah, it's poor. It's a poor showing that. It's a poor showing. Ricardo not pushing back hard enough. How is it not a foul by on Vardy? Dawn says, for fuck's sake. Yeah, pretty much, mate. For fuck's sake. It's a great goal. It's a great bit of individual brilliance from Leif Davis. And what can we do, really? What can we do? We've asked for it. We have asked for that because they've been all over us since minute 20, I'd say. Since minute 20. Now Leicester with it all to do. No Steve Cooper on the touchline either to sort things out. It is Alan Tate. Bloody Coronation Street or Emmerdale thing. Emmerdale bloody character. Alan fucking Tate. Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe we're losing. I can't believe we're losing. Yeah, man, I know. Leaf, man, what a goal. It was a great goal. It was a great goal. Pure class, mate. How mad is it though that Leaf is in the Leafs in the Premier League scoring goals and you're not? I'm joking, Joe. I love you, Joe, but yeah. Is it because we are dog shit? Yeah, man. It was a great goal by Leif Davis, and it is Ipswich are 1-0 up. Ipswich are 1-0 up. Yeah. Piss poor from Leicester since minute 20. Piss poor. We're 6 away from 1,700. We're 6 away, 5 away, 5 away from 1,700. These are the Leeds fans subbing, and they'll probably unsubscribe, but there we go. Ipswich 1, Leicester 0. It's what Leicester deserve. We need to up our game. We really need to up our game. Otherwise, we're in the bin. We're in the mud. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. Trust me. It's not looking good. And Portman Road now. They're buzzing. Portman Road are buzzing. Long ball forward by Leicester. Amari Hutchinson wins it back. He'll get forward. And now Ipswich will love this because they'll stay tight and they will hit Leicester City on the counter at every opportunity they get. They will. Craig Faircloth. Oh dear, Locks. We all love Joe. We all love Joe, mate. We all love Joe. Mavadidi's now got a yellow card for dissent, I think, for yelling at the ref. We are in the bin with that useless Tonkin charge regardless. Bournemouth are 2-0 up against Manchester City. Fancy that, eh? Fancy that. And Brighton are 1-0 up against Liverpool. Hi, mate. Yeah, William. Nice to see you, pal. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream, mate. Yikes. 59 minutes played so far in this game. We need 2 goals to win it, and we've not managed one yet. I don't see 2 goals coming. Wilfred Ndidi, Facundo Buonanotte, back to Ricardo Pereira. Abdul Fattah up against Leif Davies, delivers a ball, too much on it, finds Mavadidi, he headers it, blocked by O'Shea, back out to Victor Christiansen, who looks for Ndidi along the floor. Yeah, boy, 100 plus viewers. Thank you so much. Make sure to hit the like button. But if not, don't worry. If you don't want to like, that's fine. The most important thing, please, that I value more than anything is for you to comment and let me know what you make to the game. Because without the people in the chat, this watch along is not worth doing. Dorco says, is Locks playing? Donna says, Agent Leaf. Boho says, Bournemouth up to 8th if they close it out today. Yeah. Yeah. Watching you and Joe, I think you're both brilliant. Keep it up. Cheers, Ricky, mate. Thanks for the kind words. We're 2 people away from 4,700 subs. If anybody wants to be the last 2 viewers, thank you so much. Cheers to CR7 Edits as well, mate. Much appreciated. A little drinks break here while somebody receives treatment. Ipswich players having a chat with each other. So are Fass and Winks. There's a lot to do here. We need substitutions, I think, to change the game. I think we need to change the shape slightly. Someone's warming up. McAteer's warming up. Thanks, Craig, mate. Thank you, my friend. Fucking hell. We always play good in the first 10, 15 minutes. When we never score, then it turns to shit. We're in the Prem, not the bin, mate. We're in the Prem, unlike you, Sean. Love ya. Ben Johnson. "61 minutes. Oh, Sammy Smolix has got a chance here to get forward. Sammy Smolix, thankfully Leicester have got back as well. Sammy Smolix has to go backwards. Somehow they've still got it, though. We can't win the ball, and when we do win it, we lose it. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Dorco. Legend. That's when I was born. Well, 26 years ago, so good job, mate. You got in early. Dorco. Here's the thug, Calvin Phillips. Here he is. Fucking going in on an elbow on the back of Buonanotte's head. He should be arrested after the game. Morsey plays it into the feet of Connor Chaplin. Now back with Calvin Phillips. Chaplin with it now. Chaplin with it. Looking for Smodix, but can't find him. Leicester just can't go forward. The wrong decisions, I think, every time, if I'm honest with you. Fatawi's got it now down the right. What can he do with it? He looks for Buonanotte and he loses out, man. Fucking hell. It's piss poor. It's piss poor. Palace win tomorrow and we will be 4th from bottom. There you go. That's all you need to know. Slowly, since that Bournemouth game, we've gone slowly making our way down. And it will happen. It will happen. Everton have just scored now as well. I think Everton have just scored. Potentially, not definitely, but potentially. El Canoes in right now to save this game. What is going on, DPs? It's shocking, mate. It's shocking. We've just had a long shot from, I think that was Harry Winks. Yeah, it was Harry Winks. Even he's getting desperate. Forest are 2-0 up against West Ham, who are down to 10 men. This is depressing. It's fucking shit, mate. It's fucking shit. Sorry to swear, but it's just the same old. It's just the same old. And again, there will be a certain Leicester fan channel saying it's okay because it's away from home. Honestly, that will happen. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., there will be a video on allegedly the best fan channel on Leicester YouTube, and they will be saying it's fine because it was away. I guarantee it. Buonanotte. Mavididi now on the left. Mavididi. Looking for an option. Can't find one. I'm sorry to say, guys, but the wingers have been shit. Our exciting, dynamic wingers have been shit. Really have. Really have. Leicester with the possession out. I mean, Ipswich are deep, and you don't blame them, do you? You don't blame them. Christensen now. He's going to try and deliver a ball. He does into Buonanotte. Buonanotte. Can't control it. It's cleared. It's cleared by Ipswich. 64 minutes, nearly 65 minutes. That's it, Andreas, mate. It's so frustrating when I sample other content, and I'm like, I want to enjoy content all the time, but some people's views are so backwards. I know they're obviously they're entitled to those views, but they're so backwards. Oh, it's okay because it's away from home, so just accept the loss. Not enough physicality. Yeah. Liverpool goal. That's going to be 1-1 then. Brighton 1, Liverpool 1. Can Leicester make it 1-1 in this game? We're now up to 4,700. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who subscribed this afternoon. I appreciate you all. Casey McAteer is coming on. Casey McAteer is coming on. What do people in the chat make of that? Let me know now, please. What do you all make to Casey McAteer coming on? Let me know. Sorry, Locks, the intro will be the best first opening 20 minutes of the season. I think Palace was, mate, when we went 2-0 up. But yeah, I get your point. Or when we went 1-0 up. Ipswich now forward. Sammy Smodics, he's taken out by Ndidi, and I think probably Ndidi's going to get a yellow this time. Casey on and no Bilal. No Bilal. It is Casey McAteer who is coming on. Make of that what you will. Samari, someone shouts. I'd have Samari Max. I agree, mate. I'd say get Samari on. I don't mind. I mean, he did well against United. He's earned a chance. Ipswich have a good free kick here. They have a good chance from a free kick. Good position. It's Connor Chaplin and the thug Calvin Phillips stood over it. Liverpool have just scored back-to-back goals in 3 minutes, in the space of 3 minutes, and they are now 2-1 up against Brighton. The minutes of those goals were Gakpo's 69th and another person's 71st. Mental. Can Leicester do the same? I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, we've not even got a manager right now. Even the manager's shit anyway, right? We've got a shit manager, but he's not even there. We're managerless. We're managerless right now. We've got Emmerdale star, but not Andrew Tate. What's his name? Alan Tate. We got buddy Alan Tate on the fucking touchline instead from Emmerdale Farm. You know this Ipswich team were in League One 2 years ago, right? This Ipswich team were in League One 2 years ago, and now they're beating us in the Premier League, where we've been for the last 12 years other than one season. It is both Casey McAteer and Sumari coming on. Casey McAteer and Sumari coming on. For the FPL geeks out there, it was Gakpo and Salah who scored the 2 goals for Liverpool. Gakpo and Salah. Chris Wood and Hudson-Odoi for Forest. Evanilson and Semenyo for Bournemouth. Obviously, Leif Davis for Ipswich. And then earlier on, it was it Isak for Newcastle? I can't remember. Leif Davis is down injured. He's walking off now. I don't know if he's coming off or not. Ray says Bound will save us. Bound? Booba, you mean maybe. Booba Samari. Anyway, it is Samari and Casey McAteer. They're not on yet, but they will be shortly. They will be shortly. I'll let you know who's coming off for them when it happens. Liam Delap here on the left. Back to Smodics. The Thug. Calvin Phillips. Poor pass. Out for a throw-in. Locks, our squad is not as bad as most think. We just play like shit. Yeah. I tend to agree with you, mate. Okay, it is Ndidi off, Sumari on. That's the sub we called at half-time. That is the sub we called at half-time. Ndidi off, Sumari on. And the other sub is McAteer on, Steffi Mavididi off. Steffi Mavididi off for Casey McAteer. It also looks like Jack Clark, another Leeds lad, is coming on in place of somebody in the Ipswich team. But you'd have taken a point before the game, Palace. Not when you're 2-0 up. They need to give their heads a wobble. Trust the keeper process. Toxic positivity galore. Yeah. Catch it live on Leicester Fan TV tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Sorry, I shouldn't be throwing shade, should I? Don't catch it on Leicester Fan TV tomorrow at 10 a.m. Catch the realism, real takes live on blue tinted glasses tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's where you want to be, guys. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Set your alarms. Blue tinted glasses. It is time for Good Morning Foxes. Or will it be a bad morning, Foxes? We will find out in the next 20 minutes or so. Muric with it now. Ipswich centre-back just hits it long. What phase? Okay, here's Boubacar Samari's first touches on the ball. Nice from Samari. Nice! I like it. McAteer's first touches aren't so good. Samari's now on the left wing. McAteer's taken out, though, there by Amari Hutchinson. It's going to be a free kick for Leicester in a decent area to get the ball in. Nice couple touches there from Boubacar Samari. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cooper needs to go now. I understand the Cooper out trend. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I missed some comments. Noel Canoes, what the frick? Winks needs to be dropped next game. DP says Nathan Chapman has been stuck at work. How are we looking? Is it the same as usual? It's the same as usual. We started quite well, didn't score, gone to shit. That's basically it. It's just not good enough, mate. Yeah, I agree. It's a load of shit, mate. It really is a load of shit. And now we've got just over 15 minutes to try and do something. Winks free kick in, cleared. Ricardo just hits it into the air. We're playing volleyball now, it seems. The ball's just in the air. Is it going to be? Is that a Leicester corner? No. Well, of course it's not. The referee ain't going to give Leicester a fucking corner, are they? Can anybody guess who is coming on for Ipswich? It is Jack Clark, like I said, but the other man is the former Leicester City striker, George Hurst. George Hurst is coming on for Ipswich alongside Jack Clark. Sammy Smodics has gone off. And who else has gone off? I'm not sure. I didn't see it. Sorry. I'll see if I can find out for you. No, I can't find out. Oh, here we go. Number 19. Who's number 19? Delap. Wow. So Jack Clark. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Jack Clark and Delap off. Sorry. Delap and Smodics off. Jack Clark and George Hurst on. Deary me, what have Leicester got in their arsenal, I suppose, their artillery? What have we got? We've got 15 minutes to turn this game around. Ipswich are in. Jack Clark up against Ricardo. Nice block from Ricardo. Keeps them out for now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fatawu's... Oh, my God. Fatawu's just wiped Jack Clark out. And it's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous area here for Ipswich. Are we really about to gift Ipswich? Are we really about to gift Ipswich their first win of the season? Is it their first win? No, they've already got one win. Yeah, this is the win. Yeah. Are we really about to gift Ipswich their first win of the season? We nearly did it to Southampton. And are we about to do it to Ipswich? It's honestly, it's shocking if we do. There's 3 men stood over this dangerous free kick. There are 3 men. It is Jack Clark, one of them. Leif Davis is one of them. And Calvin Phillips is one of them. Now it is just Leif Davis and Calvin Phillips who have stood over it. It looks likely it's going to be Leif Davis. That would be my guess. But what do I know? Leif Davis over it. Back post. Chance for Ipswich. Cleared by Hermanson. Oh, Fatawu's just taken out. Oh, that's going to be a pen. That's going to be a pen. Fatawu's just taken him out. They've still got the ball. Ricardo's now been absolutely clattered. It's going to be a penalty, I think. I honestly think this is going to be a penalty, guys. Genuinely think this is going to be a penalty. It's going to VAR. Fatawu completely takes out Connor Chaplin. Completely wipes out Connor Chaplin. Man City have scored and Forest have scored a third. It's a penalty. I think it's a penalty. That's a penalty. It's a penalty. All day. That has to be a penalty. I'd be fuming if I was an Ipswich fan and that's not a pen. Has he given it? Have they checked? If they cleared that, have they said no penalty? It's not a red. Wait, what? There's a red card! Yes! Red card! Calvin Phillips is a disgrace. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace. He's a thug. That's what Calvin Phillips is. He's a thug. He goes in on Buonanotte on the back of his head, right? Goes in on the back of Buonanotte's head in the first half, right? Should have been a red as it is. And now he's just gone in on Ricardo. Send him off. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace, man. Get him gone. Honestly, pathetic. Because his career since leaving Leeds has fallen to pieces and he thinks he can get bitter. Nah, mate. Just because Fatawu and others have been running rings around you because you're slow and he thinks he can get brute. Get him gone, mate. What a knob Calvin Phillips is. What a knob. Go back to the Championship, mate, with Leeds United. They'll take you back, mate. Come on, Leicester. This is your chance. Just like the Southampton game. 12 minutes of normal time. Ipswich, down to 10 men after a red card for Calvin Phillips. Don't know how it weren't a penalty, by the way. It should have been a penalty to Ipswich. It should have been a penalty to Ipswich. I believe it should have anyway. Game on. Come on, Leicester. Game on, mate. Game on. Calvin Phillips is a thug, mate. That's what he is. He's a thug. Yannick Vestergaard. Wout Faze. Sandip's here. Get in. Yeah, red card, mate. Get in. Leicester have a chance. Leicester have a chance. Will we make it count? El Canoes, get on the field. Well, he should be, mate. He should get on the field. That's for sure. He's always been a thug. Thought he was big at Man City, never played. Yeah, mate, he's a knob. What a knob he is. Ball in from Leicester, cleared. Just got to go all out attack, somebody says in the chat. 100%, mate. Yeah, overboost drift. Who's just come off? Ricardo Pereira has come off. Ricardo Pereira off. And Bilal El Khanous is on. Bilal El Khanous, to my Moroccan friends, is on. Connor Chaplin is now coming off for Ipswich. And you best believe that Ipswich are going low block, tight. Your boy Bilal is on, boys. Your boy Bilal is on. Man City goal, Vardiel. Yeah. Yeah. Who scored the... oh, it was Aina, wasn't it? Ola Aina. Yeah. Come on, boys. We have 10 minutes of normal time. What can we do in the last 10 minutes, guys? No excuses here. We've got 10 minutes against 10 men. Is that enough time? Ipswich parking the tractors now for sure. They are indeed top bins, mate. They are indeed. Score a goal, Rennie says. Well, that's what you'd hope we do, mate. That's what you hope we do. I think it's Burns that's come on for Ipswich. Here is Samari. Abdul Fatawi now. Fatawi's cutting in on his left. He tries to deliver a ball. It's quite heavy. Keeper saves it. Keeper saves it. Come on, boys, man. Christensen's puffing. Christensen is tired. Red-cheeked. Getting back on time. It was a decent ball from Fatawi. It was a little bit heavy. I think it was Christensen who tried to get his body on it, but it just went into the keeper's hands. Come on, boys. Bilal El Khanous is on now, of course. Vardy got clattered there, but he's on his feet still. Ball's back with VK. Shouldn't take a red card and go 1-0 down, start playing. Yeah. 100%, mate. 100%. I don't think we're going to score, by the way, guys. I don't think we're going to score. Southampton have just gone 1-0 up, people. Southampton have just gone 1-0 up against Everton. That looks the table look even more concerning from a Leicester point of view, I believe. Let's have a look at it. Everton now are on the same amount of points as Leicester. Everton are level on points with Leicester now, as it stands. Oh, dearie me. A few minutes left, people. I don't think we're going to score. I don't think we're going to score. Wout face. See, I'd agree with this, by the way, Dorco. We don't need VK in attack. We don't, mate. I agree. I agree. I agree completely. We don't. FaZe. Fatawu. Sorry, Samari. Yeah, Southampton have scored DP, yeah. Ball out. Goal kick. I don't know what else to say to you. I don't know what else to say to you. It's so shit. No, Stu. It's bad, mate. It's bad unless Leicester can pull something out of the hat in these last 5 minutes or last 6 minutes. I don't know what to do. I don't know what Alan Tate can do, to be honest with you. Sorry for the vibe to lower there, guys. It's just not very nice. Boho says, "Shit, no one in open space to turn into." Yeah, exactly, mate. We just look so disjointed now, and then now it just looks like we've just thrown players on for the sake of it. There is no plan. There is no plan. At least with Enzo, even though some people disagreed with it, it was the same plan if we were 1-0 down as if we were 1-0 up. You keep playing and playing and playing until you score another, or until you score one, and then you score another. At the minute, there is no plan, and we just look disjointed. We look so disjointed. It's really, really poor. Sack Cooper, Sylvia says. Yeah. There is no plan here for me. It looks so bad. This is the pizza slice formation back again, I think. Vestergaard over to Bilal El Khanous now on the left. Playing from the left, Bilal El Khanous is. Ball in from VK. Oh, it's just ricocheted over the bar, and it's going to be a corner to Leicester, I believe. No, he's given a goal kick. Yeah, it was a goal kick. To be fair to the line there, it was the goal kick. Guys, start letting me know now, please, with 5 minutes left to play. What do we make of the game? Who is your man of the match? Jordan Ayew has come on. I think Everton might have just equalised against Saints, but we'll find out in a second. Jordan Ayew has just come on for Leicester City. I'm not sure who in replace of. Victor Christiansen. Now Leicester have no numbers, by the way, at the back. No numbers at the back, which is fine. Probably the right decision. Buenanote's taken out. That's going to be a yellow card. Advantage. He's still on his feet. He's still got it. He plays it. Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew! I don't know how Jordan Ayew hasn't scored. I don't know how Jordan Ayew hasn't scored. Genuinely. Holy shit, man. It's a corner for Leicester. Bilal to take. Cleared. How has he not scored that, man? How has he not scored that? Just block after block here now. The tractors are parked. Harry Winks shoots over the bar. Yikes, man. $88 minutes coming up to. It's a VAR check. I think it's been overruled, mate. Not overruled, just not given. Sorry, should I say? Oh dear. We've looked like scoring all game, but we just haven't scored. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We've looked like scoring, but we just haven't. Does anybody want to translate this for me? Cooper Matchday Gazofai. Matchday Faizo Kai? Is that what it said? I don't know. Somebody let me know what the hell that means on screen, please. Cooper out, not good enough again. Yeah, it is Everton 1, Southampton 1. Whether that helps us out or not, I don't know. Some people probably will think it does. Some people probably won't. But yeah, we are into the last couple minutes here now. And it's not looking good, Brev. It's not looking good. Cooper, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, that's what it means. Matchday Gazofai. Nice one. Is that a yellow card for George Hurst? Yeah. It's the 90th minute. It's about to be. And Leicester still can't score. No goal, Everton. Southampton 1-0. Andrea says he needs to go now. I think it translates to Cooper as a load of shite. Despite performance, really appreciate the watch along, honest and realistic throughout. Glad I found the channel. Mate, James, comments like that. Amazing, mate. Thank you so much for joining me for the watch along. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you are here. Subscribe, and better than subscribing, James, hit the notification bell, and then you will be notified whenever we're live, mate. We will be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. So if you are about and you're awake, come and join in the conversation, mate. We will get every comment up on screen. Right, Leicester have a corner. Leicester have a corner. Ball in. Cleared by Ipswich. Are we still 15th place? I think we are, mate. Yes, we are 15th place. We are still 15th place. Shot by Buonanotte! Saved by Muric. Close there for Leicester. Bilal El-Khanous has it, though, still. Bilal El-Khanous. He's going to try and put a ball into Fatawi. Fatawi shoots. So many blocks. It's hit off, ricochets off about 3 players. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Fatawi's asking for a handball. There's that music again. Fatawi's asking for a handball. Forest are 4-0 up against West Ham, by the way. 4-0 up. 4-0 up, Forest are against West Ham. I don't think it's a handball. I don't think it's going to be a penalty. Yeah, it's not. Play on. Play on, VAR say. There's 8 minutes added time, by the way, and we're on the 91st. So 8 minutes, so 7 minutes left to play. Plenty of time to score a goal. Jordan Ayew's not happy because a foul goes against him. 109 people here. This is the last push of the stream to get you all. Please, if you can, hit the like button. There's 109 people in here. And how many likes are there? There's 76. So not everybody has hit the like button. So please hit the like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. There is still a few minutes left to go in this game. Man U are going to smash us again. Cooper needs to go. If he stays for many more games, we are relegated. Bilal El-Khanous looking for Fatawu. Fatawu putting Leif Davis under pressure. Fatawu's into the penalty area now. Abdul Fatawu, what can he do? Oh, Jordan Ayew at the back. Post. It's going to be a corner to Leicester. Late on. Corner to Leicester. Forest's 4th goal got disallowed. Forest's 4th goal got disallowed. Southampton 1, Everton 0. Oh, I can't believe we're going to lose this game. I really can't believe we're going to lose this game. Well, I can believe it, can't I? There's a tussle between Wout Face and a couple others, and the corner's going to have to be retaken. Very annoying. Very annoying. Thank you to the people who hit the like button. You have to go to United with confidence. They can crumble on any given day. 100%, mate. 100%. We are so late on in this game now. We are so late on. It's going to be a corner from Abdul Fatawu. I think it's Abdul Fatawu. McAteer now. They have a chance to counter here. They have a chance to counter. Ipswich do. Samari wins it nicely, though. Samari wins it nicely. Now Samari's getting forward. He bodies him. Nice one, Samari. Jordan Ayew here. Jordan Ayew into penalty area. He finds Vardy. Back to Ayew. Goal! Get in! He scored! Jordan Ayew scored in the 94th minute for Leicester. Somehow, brilliant bit of play between Ayew and Vardy, and we have equalled. We have levelled the game 1-1. There is a foul, I think, in the build-up, which they are going to check. But for now, it does look like it is going to be 1-1. Everybody, if Just Joe Football Show is still live, go over there and say up the Foxes right now. It was brilliant from Samari. It was brilliant. He bodied Jack Clark, I think it was, into the box. 1-2 with Vardy. And Ayew puts it away. Super sub from Jordan Ayew. Super sub with what? 3 minutes left to play in this game. 3 minutes to play in this game. Samari a hero. Give him credit. Yes, sir, Keith says. They'll chalk it off because the refs are shit. It doesn't look like it's going to be chalked off. It was fair. It was fair by Samari. It was just strength. He had the ball. So he, it was his to have. Samari, give him a knighthood, and Ayew. And there is literally 2 minutes left to play now in this game. 2 minutes left to play. Maybe 3 with that goal and celebration. Maybe 3. Calm down, relax. That's it. Don't do anything stupid. Fucking get in, Overboost says. Absolutely, absolutely. Another late goal there from Leicester. More importantly, another late goal from Jordan Ayew coming up with the goods. Wow, phase here now. Leicester are going to push for a second. Leicester City are going to push for a second here. Absolutely. Wow, Harry Winks through to Fatawu. Fatawu's going to try and get to Leif Davis. He does. Leif Davis does well, though. He does enough. Buonanotte with it on the edge of the area. Sprays it across to Samari. Again, Samari shoots over the bar this time. Boubacar Samari has turned this game on its head. 2 minutes left. A minute and a half, roughly, to play. A minute and a half, roughly, to play. Ipswich, of course, down to 10 men. His subs win the game. Again, I'm still not impressed by Cooper. Well, we'll talk about that. The instant match reaction is live after this video. After this stream, the instant match reaction is live. There's a redirect. It will go straight over. Ball in from Leicester. Claimed by Muric. Top bins cry in the changing rooms, Phillips. You wanker. Justice is served. 100%, mate. There is... Of the added time, 1 minute left. Of the added time. Maybe 90 seconds left or 2 minutes. Samari with it. Goes up wide to Bilal El Khanous. Bilal El Khanous is going to look to deliver a ball. I think he does. Back post. Fatawu's there. What can Fatawu do? He delivers it as well. Vardy's there. Over Vardy's head. 20 seconds left to play. 20 seconds left to play here. It's going to be a goal kick for Ipswich. They'll take the time of this. They will take this draw now, being down to 10 men. Cleared by Muric from the goal kick. Normal time is up. The added time is up as well. It's just whatever the ref has added on. Fatawu goes wide to Bilal El Khanous. Makatir with it. Oh, it's intercepted. Jordan Ayew has it. He shoots. Deflected. He shoots again. Deflected again. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Harry Winks. Time is running out. Like I said, added time is up. It is all done. Whatever's left is just from the goal celebration. We're already 30 seconds over. Fatawu against Leif Davis tries and sprays it off Samari's head, off Vardy's head. Well, phase still in play. Ayew! Oh, over the crossbar. Oh, that's going to be it, I think. That is going to be it. Leicester had one last chance there to score. Leicester had one chance there to score. Fatawu delivers it. It's off Samari's head and then off Vardy's head. And then Flass hits it and it gets blocked. And then Ayew shoots. It's deflected and it should be a corner. I don't know if it is a corner, but it should be a corner. Don't know if it is a corner, but it should be a corner. Is it a corner? No, it's a goal kick. Do you think a draw is good enough? No, I don't, Robert. But, it is what it is. When we're 1-0 down, it's all we can do. Every single hair just went on my body. How many fucking shots are we going to take? Absolutely. I think it is full time. We are on 99 minutes, over 99 minutes now. But the whistle hasn't gone just yet. We'll see if it goes now. I will take a draw. DP says, I'll take a draw now. It's a late one. We had to win. Fatawu up against Leif Davis. Game is still going on. Fatawu goes down. He's dived. Fatawu dived. That should be full time now. It should be full time. I think it is full time. And it is. It's full time, people. That is full time. Leicester City, from the depths of hell, have managed to pluck a draw out of this. 1-1. Jordan Ayew and Boubacar Samari making the difference, coming on late on and getting the point really for Leicester. They have got the point. So yeah, wow. We've left it late as always. We've left it late again, just like the Southampton game. We started playing as soon as the red card happened. Calvin Phillips sent off 2 thuggery challenges on Buonanotte first and then Ricardo. I'm going to go to the comments now, the comments section. So please start leaving your comments now, letting me know what you made to that. And more importantly, who was man of the match for you? Leicester's man of the match. Put it in the comments now, please. Who was Leicester City's man of the match? Put it in the comments right now. Let's have a look at the comments. Cooper out. Still want Cooper gone, says Andreas. Mavididi not taking his opportunity on the pitch. Ayew does. Cooper out. Performance shocking. Robert Clark says still to get Moyes, in my opinion. Chester Leicester says, but subs got a draw, so fair enough. Tube Tart said still scoring in every game. Ayew is man of the match, says Easy Gaming. He also puts a laughing face. I'm not sure if he's being serious or not, but yeah, I think it's a good shout. Man of the match is Ayew. Man of the match is Samari, LCFC DP says. CR7 Edit says one Leicester City player on the right side wasn't playing the ball to El Canoes. He was screaming all the time. CR7 Edit says one Leicester. Sorry, I've just read that one. Booba should start in place of Ndidi in the next match. Don Chu says. Yeah, you don't need to spam that message, mate, but maybe it was a mistake. Sorry, CR7. Right, I've got somebody to come and join me and have a chat for the last couple of minutes of the stream. So please stick by, stay on the stream, and keep getting your thoughts in on the game. I'm joined by, his name here is LCFC Duck. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello, mate. How you doing, man? How you doing? Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
Yeah, mate. What did you make to the game?
I mean, I thought the first 10 minutes we looked good, right? I gave a bit of flashback to Maresca ball. I thought the lineup was spot on in terms of the performances we've seen throughout the season today. For the first time, really happy with that. But we just gave too much control to Ipswich. I thought they thoroughly deserved to go in the lead when they scored. I thought they've been all over us, especially in the second half. It very much feels like we're playing a game of 2 halves when we play. The first half was overall decent. The second half was shocking into the red card. And it very much feels like the players really want this. You can see the players have the passion, but I mean, we're just lacking the system to play in, right? It feels very free-flowing. And when something is created, it's on the back of individual good performances and individual brilliance.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, let's talk about the substitutions. I did call at half time. I did say Samari on for Ndidi. I thought that might happen after Samari's decent performance against Man United in the week. What did you make to him? Because I thought he was excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was good against United. All things considered, obviously it was a horrible game, but we had a few styles there, right, in El Kanouche and Samari really taking the praise and getting him on. Yeah, obviously crucial for the goal, right? One thing that has really changed in him, I've always thought he was a good footballer, but it never really seemed like he cared when he was on the pitch. And I'm starting to get that feeling when we're seeing him. He has the passion. He makes these runs. He puts in that extra 10%, right? Willing to track back, willing to win the ball and fight to bring it up the field. Whereas before, I thought every now and then you'd see a good sequence from him, but he just didn't look asked. He didn't want to be there, it felt like. But I'm seeing that passion in him now, and I feel like if he can keep that up, I mean, And if he wants to play for the club and fight, he could definitely get a starting place. Maybe that's just what he's realized. He got to put in the effort, and he can actually, have the footballing ability to be a starting 11 member for us.
Mate, I completely agree. I mean, I want to ask you, what did you think to the wingers? Because I think, again, Mavididi and Fatawu, I think they let themselves down a little bit.
I mean, Fatawu is as we saw last year, right? He's raw when he's on it. He's really on it. I thought he still had a couple of good moments here. Leif Davis, a pretty decent left back, I would say. So I think he gave him a good run for his money. Mavididi really had a stinker. I thought he was unlucky with some of the throw-ins that he ended up going Ipswich way, which I was pretty certain should have gone Leicester's way, and that quite clearly frustrated him. But he didn't have that good of a game. I thought substituting him off was certainly the right call. I think keeping Fatawu on, really impressed with his fighting spirit, right? Being able to in the pretty much 100th minute to still take a one-on-one, sadly losing it though, but he's willing to track back as well. I thought he had a decent game, not a standout game by any means, but I thought Mavididi was the one really with the shocker here today.
Man of the match, who are you giving it to? Are you going to give it to one of the substitutions, or are you going to give it to someone else?
Oh, that's actually a really tough one. I thought overall defensively we looked pretty all right. I think Vestergaard and Fars have to start there, and if I were to give one man to match, I mean, it kind of has to go to either Ayew or Sumari. I think maybe Sumari should get it because again, his passion there coming in, bringing the ball from our half right up into a very decent sequence then between Ayew and Vardy. I think, I mean, obviously changed the game, right? I thought he had 15 really good minutes. Same goes for Ayew. I think Ayew against United as well didn't have a brilliant game. Of course, we lost 5-2, but I'm starting to see a bit of what Ayew can bring, and I'm becoming happier with him as a squad player who can come in and make a difference. Saw it against Southampton. Saw it here today. But I think Sumari has to take it. His improvement has really started to show, and his extra willingness to fight a bit harder. That's really left a good taste in my mouth after seeing him today.
100%, mate. Let's end it on this. That game leaves us 15th in the league. Palace have a game in hand, but I don't think they can catch us. They can't. So we're 15th on 10 points. What is what's your verdict at this stage? Because, all game I've had some people saying Cooper, he's got to go. And but where we are at the moment, we are 15th. If the season ended today, we're safe. What's your view on all of that?
This is something I've said quite a lot on the streams we've had with LCFC Foster, right? In terms of when Cooper came in, and this season, I do not care about the level of football we play. I care about the points we get on the board. And I think these are the games where we should go and be able to aim for 3 points. We didn't get it here, and we didn't perform well. So I'm still on the fence with it because we are able to fight and scrape points, but we have to remember we are scraping these 3 points, 1 point against teams like Ipswich and Southampton. So I do think there are worrying signs, but for now we've plugged the holes and we're able to get some points on the board. But let's just see if we can do that against in the next month, right? Because then we start having some tough games against United, against Chelsea. I mean, can we scrape a point here and there? Then I'll be very satisfied because this was a period where we should be hauling in the points, right? Southampton, Ipswich, Nottingham Forest, Everton. These are the games we need to be getting the points on the board to stay up, right? And then every now and then snatch a point from a Tottenham or Chelsea or whatever. So I think this period he's passed it, but just barely passed the Cooper, in my opinion, this period, because I would have liked to see more points, but he has gotten enough points on the board to keep us safe for now, right?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. LCFC Duck, thank you so much for clicking on, mate. You speak a lot of sense. No, I hope to get you on again soon. I will be in touch. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, mate. All right.
Thank you, man. You too, man. You too.
Cheers. Thank you to LCFC Duck, and thank you to everybody in the chat this last 2 hours, whatever it's been. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you enjoyed the watch along. I hope you enjoyed the match. The last 10 minutes, definitely. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, but don't go anywhere. Stay right here because you will be you're about to be redirected live to For Fox's Sake for the instant match reaction. You don't need to do a thing. That is going to go live as soon as this outro finishes. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for Good Morning Foxes.